technology, the most realistic simulator on the market, where they can play more than 300 courses and compete in leagues and tournaments with players all across the country. Golf, rain or shine, 24/7, 365. To learn more and become a founding member, visit their website at farragut.golfenvy.com/presale.
WKGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3:01 on a Tuesday afternoon edition of the show. Live today in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. We are 48 hours away from being at the Ball Yard. Third annual Fan Run night with the Tennessee/Knoxville Smokies. We're at the Cove Thursday. Make plans. A lot of you come out and pick up those free Smokies tickets at our live shows. Perhaps you've got them lying around on the desk, the nightstand, wherever you keep your stuff. Thursday is your chance to come out and hang out with us. We're going to be in section 104. So when you take your ticket voucher up to the window there, say, I want to be in the Fan Run section, 104. And we're going to hang out there and watch the Smokies on Thursday. Should be a lot of fun over at the Cove. This is their next to last homestand of the season, too. So running out of time to get out there and see the Smokies. Talking ball this afternoon, Ryan Shumpert of Rocky Top Insider set to join us here in just a mere matter of moments. And quite the newsy practice this morning. You had Ty Redmond coming back. That was good to see. Ethan Davis still out. That's not good to see. I don't know if we're pressing the panic button right there, but a lot to get to. Can't wait to talk some ball. And we'll also get Shump's thoughts, of course, on the quarterback race. Is the talk of the GMAC resurgence real, or is that premature? We'll get into all things Tennessee football coming up here in just a few moments. Good afternoon, boys. How are we?
Doing great. Great.
Great. Good to see you.
Not bad.
Bob, you all right over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. I'm glad. Walker Smith is in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios with us this afternoon as well.
We are all good over here. Beautiful day. Everything is running smoothly. Looking for a good show.
Well, it seems like the 20-team college football playoff proposal is DOA.
Yeah. Seems like that one got, just shown the door immediately when it walked in.
I don't know if it's DOA as much as it's just, wasn't even a thing. Apparently, this all stemmed from a Josh Pate tweet on Sunday where he said he was hearing the discussion of a 16/20-team playoff, four playing games was on the agenda. And then, according to a report I read just moments ago before we got on here from Awful Announcing, that wasn't really even up for debate. And it was brought up just in a reference to Josh Pate's tweet. And they were like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, it seems like he had thought that there was more conversations going on behind the scenes about it, which there might be. They just didn't bring it up in the meeting they had Monday. They had just brought it up for discussion, and they did not discuss it. And they just moved on and continued to argue about 24 versus 16.
Yeah, it sounds like there's not a lot of movement on that either. That's going to be, at the end of the day, that's just going to continue to be Petiti versus Sankey digging their heels in.
Yeah. Did you guys read the Topmeyer piece today?
No, I saw you sent us that.
I agree with it 100%. I mean, the perfect number is right in front of everybody's face. 12. Just leave it at 12. And he makes a lot of good points. You go expanding it And it's it's going to dilute it. And it's not all bad that every year that Ohio State, Notre Dame, and I can't remember the other one aren't going to make it in. One of them probably not going to make it in. Texas was the other one.
No, that's fine. I like 12 better than 24. 24 just seems way too big to
I
me.
think 20 does.
16 seems like the perfect number for me. I've always thought that, but I would prefer to stay at 12. So, Bob, if you don't think there's any movement on this one way between the 24 and the 16, the SEC and the Big Ten are just at loggerheads. What's the end game here? I've always thought the whole breakaway, we're going to do our own thing, seems a little rash. But is that on the table?
Well, I mean, based on what we heard at media days, sounds like it's very much on the table if they can't get some resolution, at least in the eyes of Sankey. I think the other thing that's wild is just how this has become a media battle too, because we talked about this yesterday, that ESPN holds the rights and they can continue to hold the rights. It doesn't go into a renegotiation unless the field expands beyond 16 teams. Meanwhile, Petiti, like we said, pushing hard for 24, and Fox, lo and behold, which is one of the primary Big Ten contract holders, they're like, yeah, we like 24 too, because then they could renegotiate. They could enter a rebuild process. So I just don't know if this is going to get resolved anytime soon. And yeah, at some point, it makes you wonder if the SEC just kind of says, "Man, let's break off." I mean,
break off and do what? I mean, Big Ten doesn't. That's who we're at odds with.
Go take 3 more teams and go have just our own college football Premier League.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yep.
No. That would completely kill it.
I think it's.
It would change it. I don't think it would kill it.
I mean, Topmeyer's piece. Yeah, he thinks 12's perfect. I'm fine with 12. I agree with Russ. I think 16 would be optimal. There's no special. I don't understand the whole concept of if you're one of the top 4 teams, you get a bye.
Right.
It's like if you're one of the top 4 teams, then you play one of the 4 weaker teams in the field of 16. That's how it should go. Everybody should play the same amount of games. So I'm all for 16, but if it stays at 12, I guess I'm okay with that too. I am not a fan of 24 because it further complicates what I just said. You start to reward teams. You're going to reward more teams, right? It'd be 8 buys, correct? If it's 24, it'd be 8 teams get their being clear.
Well, I mean, it would just be completely diluted at that point.
So the initial 12-year playoff contract expired after the 2025 season. So I guess we're starting a new deal. 6 years through 2020 or 2031, 2032.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, could it be that this just lasts 6 years, this standoff? And then at 2032, I mean, at some point the SEC just go back to, I mean, they've got to be having conversations about, okay, well, we're not going to do what the Big Ten wants to do just because they want to shoehorn Fox into this thing.
Yeah.
We'll go and pick up 3 more teams or maybe more, depending on what happens with this bill, the law. And we'll go to ESPN and negotiate our own playoff deal and split it up amongst however many teams we end up with.
Mm-hmm.
And, at that point, I mean, that we're playing like a game of chicken, right?
Yeah.
Between the 2 conferences, and
100%
is who's going to blink first. It seems to me if the SEC wants 16 and the Big Ten is dead set on 24, 20 is the compromise, right?
Yeah, but I mean, so basically you're going to take the top 20 at the end of the season every year?
I mean, I don't know how you're going to do it. I think 16 is perfect. If you're doing 4 play-in games to get to 20, it's imperfect. I guess I can live with that. I would rather have that than 24. So, I mean, it's this whole thing about compromise, right? Are you willing to give anything?
You'd have your 16, you'd have your 8 do the play-in games, and then the winners of those would join the 16, and then you would have your 20.
Correct. It'd be like the field. Imagine that the field of the top 12
It'd be the field of
is already
24.
there. Well, no, I'm talking about. I thought you meant the 20. Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, if that's how I understand what you guys,
If you're having 4 games for 4 spots, that's 8 teams.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. So if you can imagine, it's 12 teams still that don't have to play immediately.
Okay.
And then there'd be 4 winners that would advance into a 16-team field.
I just love this line. This is from the article I just read. Matt Yoder with awful announcing, kind of breaking it down. And he says, all credit to ESPN. The 20-team idea is actually a tangible idea that could lead us somewhere. But clearly the Big Ten and Fox Sports saw through the mirage of compromise to see that it would still leave Bristol holding all the college football playoff cards. Of course, taking a step back, it's incredible to think that television networks could have deciding roles in actually shaping how a sport decides its champion. Could you imagine the networks telling the NFL that it would like to see the Super Bowl turn into a best-of-3 series? Don't give the networks any ideas.
They just don't. But they don't have the juice with the NFL to do that. That's the problem. College has been so like up in the air because of all the things that we're experiencing right now. So the networks have they do believe they've got a bigger say in this.
Doesn't this get back to the whole lack of leadership
100%,
deal that we talk? Like
for sure.
The NFL has a commissioner who represents the owners. He decides on their behalf.
Right.
He's obviously going to do their bidding. College football, there's just too many stakeholders with different interests.
Yeah. And too much power. I will point out where this has happened in other sports, where the companies have been able to do this. They've completely ruined the sport. NASCAR is a prime example. Formula One's going through it right now. They were at this peak popularity, and then they let the TV people start, fiddling with things, and it ruins it.
I mean, I guess the TV thing does kind of decide it in the NFL, but it's more of a partnership. It feels like these college football people, Sankey and Petiti, have just, we'll do whatever you want. We'll just let the folks in Charlotte and Bristol, ESPN, like they make our schedule. They tell us when to play. They say jump, we say how high. And the NFL protects its product a little bit more. And you sent us a note today, Bob? We had how many people? Like 5 million people watched the Hall of Fame game.
7 million. 7 million.
7 million people watched the crummy Hall of Fame game, which is more than.
It's more than any viewership of any Major League Baseball game this season or any NHL game.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, it's 7 times more people, I think, than watched our national championship baseball game.
Wow.
Like we had 1 million for that, maybe.
Dang.
Surely it was more than that.
Yeah.
But I love football. You couldn't pay me to watch the Hall of Fame game, but it shows
It was a great game.
how much.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
Well, I mean, that goes to show people love football.
Well, it's also the NFL has the one thing that almost no other sport in America has. It's scarcity. There's only so much NFL to go around.
Yep.
Whereas, like, even with college football, they play once a week. There's still over 100 teams.
There's
still
a game every night on TV almost.
There's still 4 conferences that are all playing in their own league, trying to decide their own standings. Whereas the NFL, they have one league with 30 teams that they play on Sunday, and they play from the beginning of September, and the regular season ends at the beginning of December.
This is interesting, too. The NFL, again, it just speaks to the power of it. I just saw it today. ESPN dropped out, or maybe it was the NBA dropped their Christmas Day NBA schedule. And in the past, it's been NBA from noon to midnight. Okay, just nonstop. This time it's like 4 games and it ends at about 9 o'clock. And that I can't help but think part of that's because the NFL has a doubleheader now, and they've got a late afternoon game and then a night game.
Mm-hmm.
And the NBA is like, we can't compete, man. We just can't.
They've been to the knee.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just think about how much more it could be if it wasn't like a law against the NFL playing on Fridays regularly. Because if they could do that, they would.
Yeah, they're certainly expanding. And, I mean, baseball, you follow your team. There's 162 games. You got to be super hardcore to watch them all.
Yep.
Most people don't. But, like a lot of baseball fans, you'll watch 100 games over the course of a season. College football, you only get 12 games guaranteed, 17 for the NFL now.
You're watching them all.
Yeah, you're watching them all. You're watching every minute.
With the NFL on, I'm watching from the time they start until midnight on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And they only have, on an NFL regular Sunday, it's feasible nowadays to watch every game and sit down on your couch and have a multi-view on and pay attention to everything that's going on. Whereas in college football, you can still do that, but not to the extent you can do it to the NFL.
Where is the college football playoff headed? That'll be a topic for discussion this afternoon. If you've got thoughts, give us a call, 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on the show this afternoon, 966-3435. You can also send us a message on the YouTube chat. Shout out to the boys watching along. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, like and subscribe to Fan Run YouTube this afternoon. We're going to take a quick time out right here. When we continue, Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com. He was at practice this morning. I believe he's been at all media availabilities for football practice. Is the George McIntyre resurgence talk legit? We'll get into it with Shump when we continue next on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
It's the beginning of the week and not much to do in Knoxville, right? Wrong. Your Knoxville Smokies are celebrating a phenomenal season with free hot dog night Tuesday night at Covenant Health Park. But we aren't stopping there. All you can eat Wednesday with all the good food you can eat for less than $20. And yes, that includes game ticket. Thursday, get your drink on with Thirsty Thursday and half off draft beers. So beginning of the week blues, no more. Get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco. Here at Knoxville Smiles, every smile is unique and every smile has a story. We would love to get to know you and help you smile brighter with confidence. If you've been looking for a dental home that treats you like more than just a set of teeth, we would love to welcome you to the family. Please give us a call at 865-539-1776 or visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden Ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
He's moving back to Tennessee today from Florida. Can I get a hell yeah? Yes. Yes, you can, Coastal Vol. Welcome back to God's country. Yes. And yeah, congratulations on escaping the armpit of the South.
Hell zone.
Let's get Ryan Shumpert in here. Calhoun's Cart on the YouTube chat says 2 shooters on the grassy knoll and 2 quarterbacks over on the hill, apparently. Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com. Good afternoon, my friend. It sounds like the quarterback competition is not going to be the layup for Faison Brandon that we all thought it would be coming into spring camp. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think so much of why Faison was the favorite going into fall practice is that it felt like he had caught up by the end of spring practice and or been a little bit better than George. And the thought was, all right, well, if at this point he's already kind of made up that distance, you expect him to expand it. But it wasn't like in the spring Faison was just dramatically better or anything like that. So it was still something. It was so much based on projection. It felt like with the thought that Faison was for sure going to be the quarterback. And look, I still think in my eyes he's the favorite, but he's going to have to go out there 2 scrimmages in preseason camp. First one being this Saturday, and he's going to have to be as good, if not better, than Georgia knows to truly win the job. So, I don't think it's anything crazy what the word has been from the first week of practice. But it's still going to come down to what happens in those scrimmages and here down the back half of camp.
So the first scrimmage is this coming weekend, this Saturday?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So that's when we'll start presumably seeing.
You get into that, don't you?
No. I don't.
I thought you had pull.
No.
Barnes doesn't take you over to that? Eat a couple hot dogs up in the skybox, watch the Vols scrimmage?
No. And nobody's invited to that, right, Ryan?
Yeah, I think sometimes former players are there. In the past, one of the scrimmages has been like open to families of the players. I don't know if that'll be the case this year or not, but not quite no one there, but usually pretty limited in who's there able to watch.
So this time of year, we just talked about it with the quarterback situation. I mean, in the absence of like real action and everything else, we all start kind of basing our opinions on what we think and what we see and what we believe. Long story short, we're all looking for something to grab onto. So let's talk about Ty Redmond, because he's been missing practice. He was there today doing some cardio, as we've heard in reports. But has there been any clarity whatsoever on why he was out?
Not other than just illness that he'd been sick. Look, we'll see in time, but I don't think there's any. You talk about the grassy knoll when I was hopping on. I don't think there's any conspiracy here or anything like that. I imagine if it was a bad illness, which if he's been sidelined for this long, it probably was, it's going to take him a little bit of time to get back fully in the swing of things. But I don't worry a ton with where Tennessee's at with Ty Redmond right now. And certainly a guy they need healthy given, the Jedias Richard injury and just kind of I like Tennessee starting corners a lot, but the depth of that spot's certainly a question mark. So I think it kind of makes sense for Tennessee to somewhat slow play him, getting him back in the fold and making sure he's 100%.
Perhaps an ill-fated trip to Taco Bell.
Yeah, too much of that romaine lettuce is what I'm hearing.
I thought the green stuff was supposed to be good for you. Now they're telling you to stay away. Go figure. Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider, with us here this afternoon. Ryan, back to the QB thing for just a second. What, if anything, has George McIntyre done or improved on to get back in this? Because again, like the narrative coming out of spring practice was he didn't seize the moment. You know, he had the experience advantage and that didn't show up necessarily. Now we're hearing a narrative, 1 week of practice, no pads, no contact. We'll see, as you said, what happens in the scrimmages. But what has George done this first week here that maybe he wasn't doing back in spring practice?
Well, look, I think the lens of the conversation has just changed. He went into the spring as the huge favorite, and the fact that he wasn't way better than Faison was a disappointment from his perspective and really hurt his chances of being able to win the job. Now we go into this and the conversation has completely changed in the fall, that Faison is for sure the leader and that he had caught up or maybe a little bit past where George was by the end of spring practice. But at the end of the day, they were still pretty close where they were at the end of the spring practice. And it just hasn't in the last 3 months since spring practice ended. Faison just hasn't lapped them or anything like that. So, I don't think it's necessarily that George is just a dramatically better player than he was in the spring. I'm sure he has, had practices where he has been better in fall camp than he was in the spring. I'm sure that's the case, but I don't think this is the thing where George is just some completely different player. I think he's probably gotten a little bit better, had some better days at practice than he did in the spring. And Faison just hasn't, all of a sudden looked like a Heisman Trophy winning candidate as a true freshman just because he made up ground in spring practice. So, I don't, to me, the margins are still just so narrow in this thing. And while, again, that's why I said on the first question, the reason Faison was such a favorite was projection of him continuing to get better, and him, if he's already made up ground, he's just going to run away with this thing, and he's got the long-term higher ceiling, so that makes him a favorite if all things end up being equal. It was, less that Faison was just so much better than George in the spring. So to me, again, it's been more based on projection than, what necessarily happened in the spring, or what, that George was just by far, the lesser of the two QBs or anything like that.
Let's talk a little bit about a piece you put down today on Rocky Top Insider. Glenn Ellerby had some availability today for the media, talking about the offensive line. It just from afar, because I want to get your take on this too, is, based on some of the words that we got from Ellerby regarding David Sanders. Just from afar, we've seen video of him, kind of coaching up Ascenda, and just, it feels like kind of taking a leadership role. None of that surprises me based on the quality and caliber of the kid David Sanders was coming out of high school. But it feels like his ascent this year, between maybe freshman year and now, it looks like it could be really, really significant.
Yeah, I think so. And there's a lot of things that contribute to that. One, we walked out there for practice last fall, and it was like, man, David Sanders is really slim. He's a slender guy to be starting at offensive tackle in the SEC. It doesn't feel that way when you walk out there and look at him now. He's added so much mass to his frame. Obviously still moves extremely well for an offensive tackle. He had the injury to start his season last year, so it was so much of it for him that just trying to get in a rhythm of things after missing really the first month or so of the season. So he was kind of working from behind a little bit when he did get out on the field. Now he brings that experience. He's a year bigger. He looks more like all SEC starting offensive tackle from his build standpoint. And then you throw in, the way he moves and his, speed that I think kind of made him a 5-star more than anything else. And it's easy to be really, really excited about where David Sanders is at. And, the fact that he has stepped up in a leadership role and is able to teach things in the offense to younger guys in that room, I think is just all the more encouraging about Sanders being a guy that's ready to seize the moment in year two and kind of run with it and be one of those guys that's, if not first team All SEC, but in that competition and one of the best offensive tackles in the conference.
Ryan, last year Tennessee was a much better passing team than running team. They were well over 200 yards a game in 2024 with Dylan Sampson. They were right at 173.5 yards rushing per game last year, which ranked 51st nationally. They were 6th nationally in passing. Do you think that those numbers will be kind of reversed this year, given the youth and inexperience at quarterback, but also this offensive line that we're talking about with, I see Glenn Ellerby used the term man movers today. It seems like they're going to be a lot more physical up front than they have been.
Yeah, I think that's part of just the versatility they have too, of like, it could be a very physical group. I thought they were more physical last year early in the season when Jesse Perry was playing tackle, before Sanders got back. I thought Perry was, a little slim for the guard spot and isn't quite, a man mover. Does he potentially start at right tackle this year? Obviously, they brought in Ori Williams from LSU, and I think that's more likely. But to me, it's a big question. Like, Tennessee changed its offense so much last year and did less wide splits, and you saw the rushing numbers go down. And we knew the wide splits were a big part of why Tennessee ran the ball so well. Like, it just created advantages in the box. Was that a one-off? That Tennessee wasn't as good with, or is that a direct correlation that they weren't as good because they didn't run as many wide splits? So to me, that's a big question going into this year, and it needs to be a big strength running the football to make life easier for Faison Brandon or George McIntyre. And I thought it was the most interesting thing Glenn Ellerby said today, just because it was honest. He goes, I thought the first 6 games last year we weren't perfect, but we were pretty good on the offensive line, and we wilted down the stretch. And bingo. I didn't think the offensive line was very good the back half of the season last year. And Tennessee was not able to consistently run the ball down the stretch. They couldn't run the ball against Vanderbilt. They couldn't run the ball against Oklahoma. It's the reason they lost those 2 games. So that's, I think, it's slept on, and offensive line is a strength, and it's talked about as a strength for good reason, because they were, as a whole last year, pretty solid, and they have everybody back, and they should be better. But they need to get better. They need to be better to be a true strength. And to me, more than anything, that starts with being able to run the football more consistently against more, crowded, loaded boxes.
So man movers, and then I read some of the quotes too from Ellerby about Donovan Haslam saying the guy was violent.
Yeah,
which gets Bears' attention when he hears that. That makes him smile. But I mean, any views on that? It just speaks to what we're talking about with this offensive line and stuff. I mean, it's just another dimension.
Yeah, I mean, Donovan Haslam is absolutely massive, like extremely wide. Looking at his build, and look, it could have been a little bit different last year. I cannot believe he played snaps at offensive tackle. I've never seen someone with a more interior offensive lineman build than Donovan Haslam. And, again, they have the versatility mostly because of Jesse Perry, that maybe Haslam ends up being a guy that could potentially start at the right guard spot. I still think it's probably unlikely. I think he's probably going to be one of the guys off the bench, but to have competent offensive line play coming off the bench is a huge plus, and allows you to survive injuries more. So, yeah, that was another kind of eye-opening comment, I guess would be the way to say it. But it was followed up with, he's got to get in better shape, and he's got to be able to move better, and those types of things. So clearly still room to go for Haslam, but you talk about a guy, he said his superpower is his force and his violence inside. That's kind of what you want out of an interior offensive lineman. So I did find that notable, and it'll be interesting to see how early Haslam has a role on this offensive line, or if it's going to kind of just be dependent on maybe a guy or two goes down and then he has to step up.
Hey, Ryan, we talked about Ty Redmond being back out there, and that's certainly encouraging news for the defense. For the offense, less encouraging news was Ethan Davis not out there again today. He's a major X factor with this offense. We all saw the big game he had at Florida last year, but that's the anomaly, right? He just hasn't been able to stay healthy for any length of time, and now he's out the first week. I did see where Alec Ablin said maybe more of just a precautionary role there. What are your thoughts on that situation? Nobody's pressing the panic button yet, but it did raise my eyebrows that he wasn't back out there again today.
Yeah, I'm with you, Russell. And I think it's kind of from that vein where it's like, I don't think this injury, from what I've heard, is going to be a big issue for him. But he hasn't been able to stay healthy in his Tennessee career to this point. And, that just kind of lends itself to more concern when he gets hurt on I think it was the first day of camp. Maybe it was the second day, but I think it was the first day of camp he got injured. And, it's about to sideline him for a week. That, it's Tennessee needs him to be healthy this year because of the Jack Van Dorselaer departure to the transfer portal, and because Davis is completely, to his credit, turned himself into a pretty solid blocking tight end. And Deshaun Brame, who's most likely to be his backup, is not really that right now. It makes Davis a really important piece in that being a thin spot for Tennessee. So it's worrisome to me, not in the standpoint of, oh man, this injury is going to keep him out for a long time, but it's worrisome that a guy that has an injury history and a history of struggling to be able to stay on the field is already dealing with something right at the jump of fall camp.
Let's jump to basketball for a second as we wind this down. Saw your piece yesterday on titled "Who Will Start for Tennessee Basketball." You have some thoughts, and I'm aligned with you certainly on the concept of going bigger. I'll let you break it down here. The only place I only didn't see eye to eye with you on one, and I mean, these are all splitting hairs because there's so much talent on this team, but it's crazy to think, by the way, with this much talent coming, we might only be on paper, the third or fourth best team in the SEC because of what Florida's got and Texas and Arkansas. I mean, it's a crazy, crazy year ahead.
Yeah, it is. And it's, Tennessee is getting reinforcements and getting better with the fifth-year rulings. But there's going to be a lot of other teams that are going to be in that same boat that are able to capitalize on and get better. So I think it's interesting because it just gives them different options now. If you're going to play, you can basically go big with the starting lineup and have both Jalen Washington and Dwayne Brown in there. I didn't really think that was a realistic possibility with Brown and Miles Rubin. And so I guess the gist of it is, if you're going to go big, what happens to Jalen Harrelson? I think he's one of the 5 best players on this team. But for an offseason for the priority of Tennessee's offseason to have been get more offense, get more shooting, it would kind of be wild to start 3 players who made a combined 15 threes in your starting lineup, and just to kind of, it'd very much be punting on spacing. You'd have a lot of the same spacing issues you did last year. Now, granted, that's just the starting lineup. That's just for 3-4 minutes to start a game, and closing lineups will be different. But I think that's kind of one of the big dilemmas. And then if you go small, it's who starts at center, Washington or Brown. And then obviously I think one of Tyler Lundblade and Day-Day Ames is going to start, not the other. And that competition will be ongoing, and we'll see if Lundblade gets back out there and is able to do more in the fall after his back gave him issues over summer. So those are kind of the different paths. To me, I only feel really confident about 2 guys, Juke and Terrence Hill being starters. And they kind of have a number of different directions they can go. I mean, I wrote in that story, I think they have 7 SEC starting quality players that, at any given school would be able to start depending on depth at certain spots. So, it's a good problem to have, but it makes for interesting debates, and, they can kind of go in different directions with it.
Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider. Last thing for me, Ryan, you talk about the 5-year guys. Has there been any chatter on Jackson Moy, who's in camp with the Rams, or anybody else, perhaps Tennessee picking up a player late here off the wire, so to speak? Is apparently that's a thing now. I see Texas has added a couple of guys, Indiana, the teams that are supposedly competing for the national championship are out there finding guys. Is that a possibility for Josh Heupel?
He was asked about it last week, and, he said they're continuing to analyze things, but it doesn't really feel like much has come out of it. And if something's going to come out of it, it feels like it needs to be soon with how close we're getting to the season. So, I'm not saying I'm not completely rolling it out yet, but to me, it feels less likely than it did a week ago. Man, I mean, it's not going to happen. He got drafted, but boy, could they use Josh Josephs back. I mean, that would be a guy to me really radically changes the outlook of this team. If you would get a pass rusher and a guy on the edge as good as him, but we'll see. And look, like, I haven't done a lot of deep dive reading on those players. I'm probably more familiar with the Texas offensive lineman. How is he possibly eligible? If the $420 that Arian Carter got while being a pro is suspending him for 2 games, how is going through OTAs and rookie minicamp and a week of training camp when he has to be, they had to have paid him for that. Like, that's just the NFL rules. I mean, how is that not at minimum going to be a 6-game suspension? And surely he wouldn't have left his spot, in the NFL if he's going to be suspended half the season. I mean, the Arian Carter thing was egregious and made no sense to begin with, but just complete and utter hypocrisy with these guys coming back these 5th-year guys coming back that were making money from NFL teams 2 weeks ago.
It seems like a really clear-cut, well thought out rule, right? Go to a meeting with potential agents and teams before the draft even happens. Big no. Sign with and practice for a team like you're wearing their helmet. You're on the field. That's all good. You can come back and play. Makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, in the NCAA's world, it does, I guess. It's befuddling. It really is. It didn't make sense before, but, I could at least see the very flawed logic they were using to suspend Arian Carter. I mean, it was dumb, and I thought completely wrong, but I could see what they were saying. This just completely spits in the face of the logic they were using to suspend Carter.
I mean, it's not far off from Bediako. Like, it's I know it's not exactly the same. It's not apples to oranges, but it's oranges to tangerines. It's pretty close. All right, Shump, good stuff. Everybody go check him out. RockyTopInsider.com. Ryan Shumpert, follow him on X, Facebook, all the things. Ryan, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you, Shump.
Ryan Shumpert, Rocky Top Insider. Very interesting conversation, talking ball with him. And when do we continue to pick up on a couple of those things, both on the offensive and defensive line sides of the ball? We'll open up the lines to you as well. If you want to hop in, 865-966-3435 is our number here in studio. We pause for the cause. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive. Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run Radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
End your weekdays with Overtime, Monday through Thursday, right here on Fan Run Radio, as we cover all things Vols, college sports, and take your calls. It's Overtime with me, Garrett Armbrust, and Caleb DeBusk on Fan Run Radio, weeknights 6 to 8 p.m.
Is your car ready for the road ahead? At Matlock Tire and Auto Service, they've got everything you need to keep you and your family safe on the road. Whether you need new tires, a quick oil change, or expert repairs, Matlock is your one-stop shop that keeps you moving safely. Matlock's certified technicians offer top-notch service for brakes, alignments, batteries, and more. Plus, they carry all the top tire brands, and they're the home of the world-famous price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and they'll match the exact same tire for the exact same price. That's how Matlock Tire goes the extra mile for you. Convenient, reliable, affordable. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. Visit any of their 5 area locations in East Tennessee, in Farragut, Lenoir City, Maryville, Athens, and Hardin Valley. Find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment online today at matlocktireservice.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work.
This is Johnny from Karate Kid.
William Zabka.
There you go. Did you see where the Cobra Kai sensei, the guy who plays
John
him?
Chris?
Martin Cove. John Chris was the character. The actor's name is Martin Cove.
Ooh, he's bad.
He was rescued by first responders over the weekend after floodwaters surrounded his Franklin area home. You know, the Cobra Kai sensei lived in the mid-state?
No, I did not.
Did you know they were having flooding over there?
I knew they'd gotten a lot of rain.
I didn't know that. Cove was stuck in his home after heavy rainfall on August the 8th triggered flash flooding across parts of Franklin and Williamson County, particularly around the Warrior Drive area and 5 Mile Creek. They said they had to come out there and get him and his wife and their 12-week-old puppy by boat after the water levels surrounded his home.
I always wonder how weird it would be to meet a character actor like him.
Out in the wild?
Yeah, that basically spent their whole career playing villains.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you'd be like expecting him to be a jerk, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't rescue this guy after what he did to Mr. Miyagi. And Daniel-san. Not a very good guy.
Not a good role model.
Maybe the flood waters coming up on your mid-state home are a form of karma.
Could be.
You ever stop and think about that? Time to turn your life around. No, I hope he's okay, though. But shout out to the Cobra Kai guys getting saved out there in the mid-state. 865-966-3435. Your phone number. You want to jump on the show this afternoon. Interesting conversation about the football team there with Ryan Shumpert and the offensive line. Like low-key think this might be Ellerby's best offensive line since he's been here. And he had the next bad one he puts out will be the first.
Yeah, I starting to think that as well. I noticed that a lot of people are saying that the person who's having the best fall camp is Sanders.
Yeah.
And then did you guys happen to see the picture of him next to, is it Gabe Asende?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of pictures. Did you see the picture of Ed Baker that's going around today?
No.
I believe Sylvia tweeted that out.
Really?
I saw your eyes light up when he was talking about the guy moving down to guard. I know your thoughts on.
Hold on. The picture of Ed Baker, I know personal appearance is not show fodder. Hold on, Bob. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. If, in fact, it
Sylvia
was
tweeted it out.
Our Ryan Sylvia. Da-dum-da-dum-dum, we need an official I'm filling time because I'm searching for something online.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Number 71.
Yeah, you see that belly?
Yeah. That's a throwback to the 80s. Sure.
Wow.
He's a man of girth.
Like the pants, like the drawstring and those, they got to be holding on for dear life.
I mean, it looks very Berman-esque, you know?
Well, we don't see the backside. I imagine he's got quite the posterior, but he's got quite the, what do you call that? Anterior? Frontier? Frontier is not a word, is it?
No.
What's the opposite of posterior? Anterior?
That's anterior, yeah.
He's got a big gut, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It's a big midsection.
No, Sanders is huge. Ori Williams is absolutely massive. Donovan Haslam is huge. And then you've got Sham Umarov, who's not that big, but probably one of our more experienced guys and kind of play either side of the offensive line. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the starting five is against Furman when they trot those guys out.
Big Sam is going to be our center.
Yeah, Pendleton is back at center.
I'm just curious what Derek Owings' regimen is for Ed Baker.
He's a true freshman.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
I mean, I saw.
How would you describe that belly for the folks listening in their car right now, Bob?
Looks pregnant, man.
Whoa.
I mean, seriously.
Look like he's about to have septuplets or something.
I mean,
easy.
That's the way. I'm not saying that derisively. I like my offensive lineman with a big belly.
They need to be immovable objects. And
He
he looks very immovable.
Mission accomplished, I'd say, for that.
Exactly.
Did you guys see where they have when they come through the line at the dining hall? There's somebody standing there monitoring with the staff. You know exactly what.
Good.
Yeah,
obviously they're not paying attention to him. Or he's
I mean, again, he's a
Jimmy
true
Sack?
freshman.
He's got a big box of candy hidden somewhere in his room.
He's a true freshman, though. Like, let's see what he looks like 2 years from now, right?
I'd say probably just next year with this Owings guy.
He'll trim. I mean, he's probably never going to be svelte, but he'll trim up a little bit.
He'll be fine. He's an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him.
How about Bear? I thought of you immediately when I saw the quote from Ellerby talking about Donovan Haslam saying he's violent.
Yeah, that's how you want him.
That's
your offensive and defensive linemen should really be your most violent.
Back to the whole starting five thing. Is that your new screensaver now, by the way, on your phone? I'm looking at Bob's phone. It's just Ed Baker's belly. He's like zoomed in on it. I mean, Shump was – I agree with what Ryan Shumpert said. I thought Tennessee's offensive line functioned better early in the season when Jesse Perry was playing right tackle. I thought they actually lost something when they inserted David Sanders into the starting lineup. I understand why they did it.
We're going to reap the benefits this year.
Yeah, but I think there's an argument to be made. I know you probably paid a premium to get this Ori Williams fella to come in from LSU. But to me, it's about win now. It's about getting your five best on the field and your best unit on the field. And maybe that is Jesse Perry going back to right tackle, where I think he was more effective last year, and Donovan Haslam, who was described as the most violent offensive lineman, and another massive body starting at right guard. Far be it from me to tell Glenn Ellerby how to do his job. I think he's been very underrated since he's been here. But and we haven't seen Haslam. I don't know.
Well, I was going to say the book on Haslam at West Virginia was not that big of a factor. So maybe that's a work in progress. He's just a big, highly physical dude. I trust
more of a
Ellerby.
run blocker than a pass blocker, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, for all the grief that Ellerby gets, our running game and our quarterbacks don't get hit a whole lot or haven't.
No, the offensive line is going to be one of the best in the country. I think even regardless of the things he'll do to change it around, projects to be a top 5 unit.
Hour number 2 of the drive on the way. We'll get a quick look at the world of sports with Walker when we continue next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Join us for the 3rd annual Fan Run Night of the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th at Covenant Health Park. Come hang out with the Fan Run crew and arrive early to pick up some swag as we watch the Smokies take on the Rocket City Trash Pandas on a thirsty Thursday, featuring half-price draft beers all night long. It's the 3rd annual Fan Run Night with the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th. Listen to Fan Run Radio for details on how to score free tickets.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
For 250 years, America has been more than a place. It's been a promise, a story of courage, hope, and dreams. And through it all, local TV and radio broadcasters have been there, telling the story of America, bringing truth to light. From every city street to every country road. And each generation, broadcasters tell the story of who we are and who we aspire to be. We are America's storytellers. We are broadcasters.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you. Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the drive underway here on Fan Run Radio. It's time for the Top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. Walker Smith, enlighten us.
At number 1, sophomore corner Ty Redmond returned to practice today after missing the first week of camp with an illness. In the section available to the media, Redmond was in attendance but limited in what he was doing. Meanwhile, starting tight end Ethan Davis remains held out of practice with an injury as a precaution.
With the caveat that we file this under reckless speculation category, which, granted, it's about 60 to 70% of the show these days. Bob, what's your theory on Ty Redmond?
I think he was probably sick. I believe that. You think there's something hidden?
Well, I mean, I posed the theory, and like it almost makes you wonder if it's like some sort of disciplinary thing that, coaches do that.
Yeah.
We're suspending a guy or we're disciplining a guy, but we'll basically lie to the media and say he's out with an undisclosed injury or illness or something like that. He missed the first week, or it wouldn't be crime of the century type thing. Or I don't want to run the kid down or anything like that. Maybe not, but this is the kind of thing that happens when you're vague about injuries and illness. Is you create a vacuum, and
a lot of
we in the media are here to fill it.
I thought you were going to ask, are we done with Ethan Davis?
Are we done with him?
Yeah, somebody on the live chat asked that. They said,
yes.
Why would we be done with
We're done with them.
Should we somehow cut ties with Davis? Sounds like he'll be useless.
No, always count on the chat.
YouTube chat's in mid-season form, man.
Measured
You're still 3 weeks away from kickoff.
I mean, by the way, and Shump brought up a good point that there's still things Brame has to work on, but man, he's shown out in some of the workouts.
Dude. That one catch he had that apparently was thrown by George. It's kind of sick. Like he went up and mossed somebody, didn't he?
He did.
That's pretty awesome. At number 2, Northwestern football's push to be competitive financially in the Big Ten received an adrenaline shot today as the school announced that the program received a commitment to a $35 million football-focused gift over the next 3 years. The gift comes from the Liz and Dick Uelheim families, and the donation is intended for holistic football success as the school enters a new era.
The hell is holistic football?
Thank you.
Kind of
what the top said.
mamby-pamby.
Well, it did kind of pique my interest when I saw that story because they're unveiling their new $1 billion football stadium.
Yep.
Which looks outstanding.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, very cool. And they get all this money. Northwestern, big, rich alumni base.
Yes.
In an NIL era of uncapped spending, like that's a school, if they get the right coach in there, they get their act together, they could be a Texas Tech of the Midwest.
Oh, yeah. And they've been good recently, too, in the past 10 years. When was it Pat Fitzgerald was there, took them to a conference title game against Ohio State. They were really good. So there is precedent for them to be pretty good.
Us men of a certain vintage can remember the Gary Barnett era.
Yeah.
Who was that running back they had? Darnell Autry, maybe?
Sounds familiar, but I know the name Autry, but
we played them in the 96 Citrus Bowl. I guess that's when Spurrier made his "can't sell citrus without UT" joke. But Gary Barnett, who was their coach, and done a good job. Like he took a doormat and turned them into a relevant program. But he made the remark at the pre-Citrus Bowl dinner in front of both teams that they were going to, quote, lock the gates on us. And our team apparently, who wasn't very fired up to be playing in the Citrus Bowl, decided it was at that moment that we were going to kick Northwestern's ass.
Yeah.
And we did.
You want to talk about a violent group of players. Yeah. 96.
Gave them the beatdown. Showed them they weren't quite ready for prime time. How's that been 30 years?
I have no idea.
Wow. At number 3, the Minnesota Vikings have named Kyler Murray as their starting quarterback.
How about that?
The decision pushes J.J. McCarthy, the number 10 pick of the 2024 draft, to the sideline after 10 career starts and raises questions about his future.
Yeah. I mean, they had Darnold. They let him go for this guy.
Spent a top 10 pick on him. This guy's supposed to be a QB whisperer.
They had Darnold and they had Daniel Jones.
And
I saw where you all are getting ready to drop Richardson.
AR, yeah. Boy, some of those high first-round draft pick quarterbacks, that has not gone well.
But think about it from this perspective too. They haven't even played their first preseason game. How big must that gap be?
Yeah.
How bad must be Carson or Wentz, McCarthy, JJ McCarthy? Like, how bad must he be where Kyler Murray can walk in there and win that job after a week or two of camp with no preseason games? Like, you would think that, okay, we're going to let them both play in preseason games. It's a competition. No. O'Connell just looks at him and says, no, this is my guy.
Well, I mean, McCarthy benefited from Cockgate.
It's true.
I mean, honestly,
Thank you for pointing that out, Bear. Many people forget.
Cockgate. I mean, I think it's a valid point. I mean, did he look better than he was? Because
a lot easier to pass the test when you've got the questions ahead of time.
Cockgate.
Yeah. Well,
I
don't know. Kevin O'Connell he's done this so many times with veteran QBs.
Yep.
Like you talked about Darnold.
What if
Daniel
Murray just
Jones
comes out
now?
and shreds?
Murray, I mean, I bet Murray's going to be good under him. He's going to be thrown to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, and he probably will be good, which makes it all the more baffling how J.J. McCarthy didn't work with him.
Well, I just don't think he's that good, personally. I mean, and somebody on the live chat just said it too. Michael Mote said, I know he's just 23, but I didn't think McCarthy was all that impressive in college. I have to agree.
Yes.
I mean, I
never got
that
the hype.
impressed.
Game manager.
Yeah. Good one.
Good game manager, could run a little bit, but he was not dynamic.
Yeah.
Not Kyler Murray.
No, Kyler Murray looks like he's what's
so
that little,
short?
Like
shot out of a cannon.
Little Tykes football or whatever.
He's so
short. As a bobblehead.
Yeah, he looks so little out there.
Yeah. He's fast.
I bet we'll still see JJ at some point this year. Kyler Murray, sadly, I don't remember the last time he played a full season.
True.
And he's short. I mean, he's really short. Takes a lot of hits. I don't know how good that offensive line is going to be in Minnesota. So, unless they trade him, I think we'll end up seeing him at some point. And at number 4, the Tulsa Little League team, which was disqualified for playing an ineligible player, has been reinstated thanks to a court-ordered restraining order. The dispute centers on a player associated with the Tulsa National who Little League determined was ineligible, and that the player had participated in the international tournament. Court documents which reveal that the Tulsa National knowingly used an ineligible player at the Oklahoma State tournament. The Tulsa Little League softball team was also disqualified a few weeks ago for similar reasons. Now a Texas judge is allowing Tulsa to play with a TRO to counter the multiple complaints filed by other teams.
Wow. Shades of Danny Almonte. You guys remember that guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who's that guy?
He was like,
he's 18.
I think he was 15.
Oh,
he's playing
I
in
remember this
this
kid.
Little League World Series,
Yeah.
which is 12 and under.
Yeah.
He was 15.
It's
just
nuts.
up there dealing, just shoving.
This
He's
got
got
to
a mustache. You're like, where'd this kid come from?
Yeah. I mean, is there a worse look than cheating in Little League baseball? Trying to cheat in Little League baseball.
I don't know if it's.
I bet it happens all the time.
I bet
man.
it does, but like as opposed to cheating in regular pro sports, you're cheating in Little League.
The
baseball.
younger it gets, the less. The worse it looks, but I bet it happens all the time. Like locally, man, just having coached my kids growing up in sports, I mean, it's like a recurring joke. It's like, I want to see that kid's birth certificate.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on that side of it back in the
I
old
remember
days.
being in Little League myself, and there was this one team we played in the like Sequoia Hills League. Like every team was, I'll never forget it because my team was the Cappuccinos. Like you're named after the sponsor, right?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
We were the Cappuccinos, and we were playing this team, the Rangers, right? And this is like 12 and under. And this dude, or not the Rangers, the Expos. And this dude, yeah, we got screwed, man. We were the Cappuccinos. The other teams got to be the Rangers and the Expos. It's not fair. I'm still.
Did this league have the Mouse's ear in there?
Yeah, there was a Calhoun's team too. My brother was on the Calhouns.
Wow.
He was a varsity athlete.
But the Expos had this kid with a stash. He's like a foot taller than everybody. He's mashing home runs like 30 feet over the fence.
Bad News Bears.
He's just smashing out there. This is like coach pitch baseball. This dude's up there just teeing off. It's like McGuire in batting practice or something. Kids are backing up to the fence. Back up. No, infielders don't want to play on the dirt. Even the coach pitcher is like, can I get a catcher's mask or something out here? This kid's going to knock my teeth out.
I mean, this stuff is...
Oh, yeah, it happens all the time.
Well,
man.
listen to this stuff. So apparently the claim by the protest from whoever filed it with Little League and all that said that Tulsa falsified a player's eligibility through fraudulent use of the Challengers League for players with special needs.
Oh, no.
Really?
So
like,
this is like Cartman pretending to be
cheating in special
needs to be on the Special Olympics.
I don't know. So I'm just telling you what I'm reading, that there's something to do with them like using the rules for Challengers League, which is for...
Wasn't Johnny Knoxville in a movie about that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
What was that called? The Benchwarmer or something? Or
Ringer.
The Ringer.
The Ringer. I mean, we can all agree. I mean, we're cheating at Special Olympics. That's a whole nother level of psychopathy.
I don't think
that's a word.
I don't know if they're not cheating in the Challengers League. It looks like they're cheating by like saying a player belongs in that league so that they can get another player on their team in some way. It's weird. I don't know exactly.
They're gaming the system.
They're trying to game the system.
They're cheating
behavior
at Little League baseball. It's uncouth. It's unnecessary.
And now they're still playing.
It's unacceptable.
They took a page out of college football.
Found a judge to get a TRO.
Yeah. Crazy.
They can get a judge to allow them to use their ringers in the Little League World Series, but we can't find a judge who will sign off on Joey football
no, we cannot.
for another year?
No, we
Are
cannot.
you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? What's wrong with this picture? How much more fired up would we be for this season if Joey Aguilar were back?
I mean, we just wouldn't have all the questions. We'd just be ready to go. We wouldn't be sitting on our hands waiting for the full picture.
The only question would be, how good is Jim Knowles' defense in year one?
Yes.
And
if the answer to that was he improves us from bad to adequate, then we're in the playoff. We're at least in the conversation, right? We're borderline top 10 football team with a top 10 offense and a top 25 defense.
Yeah, we're probably sitting right there at 9-3 kind of area.
Somehow we couldn't find a judge.
I mean, I'm kind of fired up anyway, to be honest. Maybe I'm looking at it through orange flavored glasses. Maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid here.
I think we just miss football.
Maybe, but like, I'm not giving Texas anything. What's our hardest game on paper? Texas at home?
Yeah.
Texas at home.
A&M maybe on the road.
A&M on the road. It might be A&M on
I'm
the
not
road. LSU
seeding
at home too.
I'm not giving up on any of those games. I mean, that's why we should all be grateful, I think, to Josh Heupel, is he gave us that. He brought that back. Going into every game, every Saturday, even when you're an underdog, even when you're not expected to win, knowing that you have a chance to win. There were so many years during the decade of dysfunction, as Mark Nagy called it, where you're playing Alabama. Doesn't matter if it's at home or on the road. Like, you're not going to win, man. And we knew it. We knew it going in. There were a couple of those games against Georgia. You knew you weren't going to win. And
I don't think we have any of those.
We're going up to Oregon that year with Butch.
Oh, God.
You know you weren't going to win that game.
I predicted a win on the air.
And we scored first in that Oregon
game.
We
did. And then I think they put up about 50 unanswered.
Yeah.
Got ugly quickly.
Yeah.
There could be no game. Like, if we were going to Ohio State, I wouldn't feel great about it, but I wouldn't feel like I did back then going up to Oregon.
What game was it for you all that you were watching and you were like, This is in the Heupel era.
Yeah.
Where you were like,
Missouri.
Okay, this is different.
The Missouri, the first year when we went up there, and boat raced Mizzou, and then came back the next week and did it again at home against South Carolina. Knew that I didn't know that, they were going to be as good as they turned out being, catching Alabama and beating them the next year and all that stuff. But those two games, I remember the first year thinking, oh, okay, well, the offense is going to work. I don't know if the defense is going to work and everything, but this offense, because I was skeptical. I was skeptical that, the quote-unquote gimmick offense could work at Tennessee. It's so far outside the norm of anything that we'd ever done. I remember those two games kind of gave me a belief in that, okay, this is at least going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next part, I would say, was the game at LSU in 2022.
That was it for me.
When we recovered that fumble at midfield, and then Hooker went up top to Hyatt, and we went up like 21-0 or whatever it was.
Dropped it in his hand.
Yeah, at that point, that went to the next level. It's like, oh, we're not just fun.
Yeah.
We're not just good. We're really good, as in we can compete with anybody.
What year was this game? The Missouri game?
21.
We sent that defensive coordinator. That was his last game.
That was Steve Wilkes. That's an NFL head coach. He's
him packing.
Yeah, I mean, they ended up firing him, I think, at some point that season.
I still had quite a bit of apathy towards Tennessee football in that first season with Heupel because I just didn't have a lot of faith in things. And I believe we were out at a movie during that Missouri game because I was just like, I don't want to watch this. And I started seeing the score.
I remember feeling the same way.
And I was seeing the score going, holy hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
got
where
happy really quick.
It got my attention then. Right. And then, like you said, then they started piling on points in following games. But for me, it was the LSU game in 22. That's when I was like, okay, we're
That's
back.
what I was thinking.
I was going to say offensively, it was next week against South Carolina. It was early in the game. I mean, it was a noon kickoff, but I've never seen us run the play again. He had some crazy play where everybody spun in motion in the backfield, and then Hooker just dropped one to – I can't remember who it was that caught it just for a touchdown. That was the first time I can remember Heupel scheming. Scheming somebody wide
he brought back belief, man, the power of belief. Even this year, not knowing who our quarterback is going to be, knowing that it's going to be somebody young, knowing that it's going to be somebody who's going to require, being handled with kid's glove, somebody who's going to go through some growing pains, inevitably, right? I mean, we can all agree on that, whether it's Faison, George, whatever, like there's going to be some adversity. But even with that, like the power of belief is a powerful thing, man. And Heupel brought that back. I don't go into any of these games thinking we're going to lose.
I hadn't, for people of my generation who most of their football knowing is after Philip Fulmer, that was the first time that I really thought we could beat the big guns and compete with them was towards that 21-22 range. And then we beat Florida and we go Florida, LSU, and then we beat Alabama the next week. And that's when it was the best. And we knew we were going to be good for a long time.
865-966-3435. We'd love to hear from you this afternoon. Got a couple lines available if you want to call in. 865-966-3435. Coming up, we did not get to this yesterday, Bruce Feldman's annual Freaks List. Who are the freakiest athletes on Tennessee's team this year? We'll talk about that when we continue. It's Fan Run Radio. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive, the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
It's the beginning of the week and not much to do in Knoxville, right? Wrong. Your Knoxville Smokies are celebrating a phenomenal season with free hot dog night Tuesday night at Covenant Health Park. But we aren't stopping there. All you can eat Wednesday with all the good food you can eat for less than $20. And yes, that includes game ticket. Thursday, get your drink on with Thirsty Thursday and half off draft beers. So beginning of the week blues, no more. Get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Citizens National Bank. Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Costa with Knoxville Smiles. Are you hiding your smile, missing teeth, uncomfortable dentures, or afraid of long, painful implant procedures? Welcome to the future of dentistry right here in East Tennessee. Introducing the Knoxville Smiles Robotic Implant Center. We are the #1 robotic dental office in the area, offering minimally invasive, advanced robotic guided implant dentistry. Using our Yomi robot system and 3D facial scanning technology, we can map your mouth with pinpoint accuracy, far beyond what human hands can do alone. What does this mean to you? Unmatched precision, faster healing times, and reduced discomfort. Don't wait to get your confident smile back. Here at Knoxville Smiles, we make restoring your smile easy. Call us today at 865-539-1776 or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com and make your appointment today. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
A brand built in Tennessee.
Follett. Good afternoon, Brad. How are you, sir?
Come on, guys.
What's up?
Much. You were talking about youth baseball coaches a while ago. I used to coach youth baseball, and I used to print birth certificates out of the trunk of my car. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
That's the least surprising thing ever. Brad and LaFollette was a sketchy youth Little League baseball coach. That tracks.
I had a 14U team over in Halls playing a tournament one time, and my third baseman thought it'd be cute to drive with the game. And so that kind of blew the deal for us. So.
Oh, man, it was a cover blower when your pitcher showed up with his son?
Yeah. It's kind of a deal breaker. Not much you can say about that.
Yeah, some people are sticklers for the rules. What can I say?
Yeah. Oh, so you'd be excited, Russ, if we had Joey Turnover this year? Is that what you said a while ago?
Here we go.
Yeah, if we had the leading returning passer from the SEC last year back in his second year in the system, yeah, I'd be kind of fired up. Call me crazy.
Interesting. I've kind of seen enough of Joey. I was kind of ready to move on, but I wasn't ready to move on to 2 freshman quarterbacks. So
well, let me ask you this. Whatever your misgivings about Joey Aguilar were last year, whatever mistakes he made, do you think that whoever is the starter this year, whoever it ends up being, is going to be more or less mistake prone than Joey was last year?
Oh, they'll be more mistake prone because they're freshmen. I wouldn't have myself in that situation that Josh Heupel's in.
Well, I don't disagree there.
All right. You talked about Special Olympics a while ago. Have you guys heard the Shane Gillis sketch on Special Olympics?
I think so.
Somebody come up with the idea that, hey, we should race these guys. I'll see you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Brad.
It's Ethel Kennedy, matriarch of the Kennedy family.
Is that who it was?
Mm-hmm.
Because she had a special needs kid. Didn't she have her lobotomized?
Joe did. Yeah.
Why did? Because
pretty brutal.
They thought it would be a detriment to the son's political ambitions.
I don't pretend to know that much about it. I just know that she was lobotomized.
It's like the Royals have in Britain. Did you see that episode of The Crown where they have? There's like 2.
That's true.
Yeah, they have a couple still alive. Maybe not.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Did you know the British royal family had multiple special needs family members?
There's so much inbreeding
that they just like quietly put in an institution.
I had no idea. No idea.
But now you know, because you work with the Drive.
Yeah.
Dropping knowledge this afternoon.
Yes.
Does that make you feel better or worse about monarchies?
Neither. Don't really care.
You obviously don't care.
No.
You wouldn't care if all of a sudden King Charles was lording over us as a colony again? You don't appreciate your freedom, Bob? I mean, I expect that kind of behavior from Commie Bear over there, but from you, it's kind of shocking.
How'd we get to this? We were talking about institutionalizing
special
children.
needs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned into that they're running our country.
Well, I'm just saying they were.
The Royals.
We fought a war to get rid of these people.
Okay. Okay.
Turning their back on their family members. Our presidents would never. 865-966-3430. I guess we did. The Kennedys.
Yeah.
How this whole conversation began.
Lobotomized.
Maybe they thought it would help.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Remove a big hunk of my daughter's brain. See if that improves her condition any. Speaking of missing brain matter, DR Vol is next. Good afternoon, DR. You're on the Drive, Fan Run Radio.
Guys, you got me?
We got you. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just trying to give Bear time to sit back down after playing the anthem.
Kiss my ass.
Oh!
I've been thinking about you, Bear. I've been rewatching the Rocky movies because they're about to leave Netflix, and I'm looking forward to the 4th one.
I must break you.
That's such a great villain.
Do you think he was a better villain than Clubber Lang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivan Drago.
Pity the fool.
If he dies, he dies.
What was it they were saying during the match? It's Russian. I mean, Bob or Bear probably knew what they were talking about.
I wouldn't.
You've spent more time over there than I have.
I don't know.
Absolutely
I don't
zero.
know the language like you do, my friend.
I know enough to know when somebody's cussing me.
The difference between Bob and Bear is Bob will admit he's been over there.
I've never been there.
As far as we know.
I would say that too. Bob, shout out to one of your guys, one of the Basker Vidians. But, man, the picture of David Sanders that Ryan Sylvia put out there is incredible.
He's a big man.
Yeah.
Not Sanders.
Yeah.
It's
he's got pictures of Sanders.
Yeah, the picture of Sanders too. Now, are you talking about Ed Baker with the big belly hanging out, or David Sanders just being a monster?
Looking like the Incredible Hulk.
No, I'm talking about David Sanders. He's looking right at the camera.
Yeah.
It's such a candid shot. It is beautiful.
Big things from that guy this season, man. It's coming.
Who, Sylvia or Sanders?
Both. Sanders.
Yeah, you had a chance to pump
speaking
up
of
your
what I
guy there,
expect-
man.
You talk about what we're expecting out of players. I'm kind of with the YouTube chat. I'm tired of hearing about Ethan Davis. He's just JP Estrella, all this hype, and he's always hurt. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, but just imagine if you could have a whole season, or not even a whole, like imagine if you could have 10 games of what you saw against Florida last year. Do you remember how good he was?
Yeah,
Walker, can you pull up Ethan Davis's numbers against Florida?
Certainly can.
His 6
Man,
catches,
they couldn't
60,
cover.
70 yards, couple touchdowns.
He just not rely. What if they say the best ability is availability?
Yep.
He's just always hurt. I don't get it, man. I understand it's not his fault. It's just I'm getting very frustrated with it.
Ethan Davis at Florida, 5 receptions, 72 yards, 1 touchdown, 14.4 yards per catch.
I mean, if we could get 10 games like that this year from Ethan Davis,
We'll be in
I'd
the
sign up for that
playoffs.
right now.
Probably.
Yeah, but if and buts or candy and nuts, we'd have a Merry Christmas, Russ.
Yeah, well, you've got the Brame kid behind him who is an excellent athlete. We'll see how he does in his second year. And then you've got the 2 transfers. Is it Trent Thomas, I think, from South Alabama? And then they've got another kid from Lipscomb or something like that who's, an experienced hand. So you've got some depth there. I'm not worried about tight end. I just think that if Davis can stay healthy, we can be dynamic there. If he can't, I still think we could be passable. It'll be fine. It'll be whatever. It'll be basically what it was last year with Kitzelman. But
I mean, the offense gets super dynamic. I mean, you go back to when we had my guy, Princeton.
Man, I saw that one coming.
I mean, it is.
And
it adds another somebody else to account for.
What is the tie, the local tie that binds for Bear? Why is Bear still a Princeton fan after all these years?
Princeton, because he was good.
And
got a big base.
No, he does. He did have that though.
It's everything is personal with Bear. What was it, Bear? Don't make me say it.
Its fiance was one of my nurses during a horrific night in the ER.
Mm-hmm. Mrs. Fant took good care of you.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they ever got married.
Hope they did.
Speaking of players being personal, where are we at on the watch for where BJ Edwards lands?
I haven't looked or seen anything about that.
What are your sources telling you from the Altar Boys, Bear?
I hadn't heard anything. You're pulling out all the stops today.
A Villanova, St. John's.
I would kind of be surprised if he didn't end up back at SMU.
Going Methodist instead of Catholic, huh?
I mean, they like him there. And he was
Hofstra.
making quite a bit of money.
I was going to say
Notre Dame.
His religion will be money.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
you're talking about what's behind Ethan Davis, Russ, and I'll hop off here with this. What about what's behind Bishop? Like, all we hear about is Deshaun Bishop, but I don't really know what we've got behind him.
Javin Gordon.
Yeah.
Tulane transfer, Javin Gordon, and the forgotten man is DeJuan Morris.
You're right. I forgot all about the
Very
one.
fast.
Yeah, I mean, is that one thing that we never really worry about with Heupel? And it seems like no matter who we have every year, we get pretty good play out of the running backs.
Very productive. Do you think DGG could beat out Deshaun Bishop this year? Do you think he would start ahead of Deshaun right now?
No.
I don't know.
No, he would not.
That's an awfully big.
He's an awfully big kid.
Yeah,
That's an awfully big jump.
What do you think, Bob?
I think there could be a timeshare at least.
I'm not saying he wouldn't get carries, but I mean, Bishop's put in some work.
Yeah, but did you see DGG coming around the corner against Buford Friday night? Like a freight train.
God, that was funny.
No, but I have seen Bishop do it against the SEC.
Well, guys, that's about all I got. Bear, I'll keep you updated on what happens in Rocky IV. You have a good day, guys.
I know what happened. The good guy won in the end. He brought peace. You people,
If I can change, you can change.
We can all change.
Can all change. Is my favorite Rocky movie, Rocky 4. I don't even remember. Which one was Clubber Lang in? Was that 2 or 3?
3 was probably, I don't know. I'm a purist. Rocky 1.
Rocky 1 is great. I love Rocky 4, though. They had hit on the formula. They had worked out all the kinks, and they put out the perfect boxing movie. I mean, you had the Ruskies. You had the Americans. You had a great montage in there. He goes up to the mountains and everything. Drago's running around the track, getting the steroid injections and everything. You had freaking James Brown coming out doing Living in America.
Yeah, but Apollo died, man.
Yeah.
I did not.
It's called conflict, man. That's what makes a good movie. Yeah.
First time I saw that.
You jumped out of your seat and started cheering?
No, go to hell. About cried.
Tears of joy.
Carl Weathers. What NFL team did he play for, Russ?
Carl Weathers?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Raiders?
Yep.
How about that?
He was in that group back when they were really bad.
I mean, I
bad
think I
dudes.
prefer 3 to 4.
You know what? Nobody
as
ever
well.
nobody shows any love to was it the 5th one with Tommy Morrison?
That was terrible.
Well, the 5th one's
I
awful.
love that one. Where Rocky's gotten kind of soft because he's got a mansion now.
They play it up like he's beyond brain damaged.
He's got like Parkinson's. They let him
He can
fight.
barely speak in the movie.
Well, and you know what happened to Tommy Morrison?
I can't remember.
He got the AIDS.
Did he really? Is that what happened to him?
Yeah.
Huh. Is he a drug user or the ladies?
I don't know.
No love for Rocky 2? We haven't even mentioned it.
See, that's the one with Hogan.
No, that's 3.
That's 3.
3 is
Thunderlips.
What happened in 2?
2 is the
The
second
rematch.
fight with
Yeah,
Apollo.
okay, yeah.
And then I think that second fight with Apollo, probably the best fight in all 4 movies.
We can go ahead and agree that the boxing in all the Rocky movies was terrible, right?
Yeah,
horrible.
compared to what we've seen now, yeah, it's awful, but it's still awesome to watch. I mean,
It is fun.
You look at the original Rocky.
I'm not even going to put up my guard. I'm just going to sit here and let the guy hit me.
You look at the original Rocky, and it's so clear that they're filming it with like very little people there, and they just show flashes of big crowds. But then if you look in the background of the fight scenes, there's clearly empty seats.
What is the best boxing, like in a movie? What the best actual boxing, like the most true to form?
Raging Bull has some really good boxing.
See,
in it.
I didn't think so. I thought Raging Bull was like, it's an artistic. It was like Scorsese tried to be the boxing, like, and I love it. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
But like the scenes where he's just letting Sugar Ray Robinson just beat him to a pulp.
Yeah, it's tough.
You never got me down, Ray.
That's tough.
Like, that's not boxing.
No.
That's not real.
Well, he's throwing the fight. Spoiler alert. But did you see Creed, the remake that Ryan Coogler did, the first one with Michael B. Jordan?
Yes.
The first Creed movie.
That was pretty good.
There is some excellent boxing in there. I rewatched it in the past couple of months, and like the first big fight that they do with Rocky in Creed's corner is like a one shot of them just doing a 5-round boxing fight, and it looks really good.
You ever seen the video where the guy hit him with about 50-60% and really landed one on Michael B. Jordan?
Oh yeah,
killed him.
It was Rocky's idea, or it was Sylvester Stallone's idea. He told him that you have to take at least one real punch in the movie. It's tradition.
The guy said he didn't throw a real one.
You guys have kind of skipped over what arguably is the best Stallone movie.
What?
Throw Mama from the Train.
Over the Top.
I haven't seen it.
It's dumb.
Over the top, man. Where Sylvester Stallone, it's been decades since I've seen that, but all I remember, he's a truck driver, right?
Arm wrestling.
He's an arm wrestling truck, and he's got his son.
Yes. It's horrible, man.
It's estranged. Yeah, it was Robert Loggia plays his evil maternal grandfather trying to keep him separate.
Yeah, it's bad.
Got that cheesy Kenny Loggins song.
Yes. Get Carter, though, did you ever see that? That was a Stallone movie. That was a great movie.
Not in a long time. I always get that one confused with.
It's the one where
Payback,
where he's in. Was it Escape? He was in that, right? He was the guy that they put in the prison just to break out.
Yeah. He's
That was
been in
pretty
a
cool.
couple of escape movies. He was one with Kurt Russell.
Actually, you might be right. Now that you just mentioned Payback, I might be confusing Get Carter with Payback.
But Stallone wasn't in that one.
Well, who was in Payback then?
Mel Gibson.
Okay.
It was that's low key one of the greatest films of the 1990s.
Rambo is the best Stallone movie, the best non-Rocky Stallone movie.
Okay.
Can we agree? No,
I haven't seen
First Blood.
Yeah, the first one.
I haven't seen a lot of
Like the one where he's just walking.
Yeah, he's out in the woods.
Yeah,
they're trying to bring him in. He's taking all the podunk
it's over,
shit.
John. Nothing's over. You just can't turn it off.
The guy comes in. The guy who made him.
Yeah, Colonel Troutman.
You're taking 10 guys out there. You better bring 10 body bags.
Yep, that was
he's a Vietnam vet that society forgot about, left him behind.
The last Rambo was really good.
I don't think I saw it.
I mean, if you can believe it, it's by far the most violent.
Well, it got silly after the first one is like a legitimate film.
Yeah.
Like it's a good movie. And then like he's going into Vietnamese prison camps, liberating it with like a bazooka.
Total 80s.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. He's all roided up, the shirt off.
You know,
headband.
He's got to be like Bob. Bob, you ever met him?
Who's that?
Stallone.
No.
What about Tom Cruise? He's another short guy.
No, never met him.
That's why they got rid of him for that Reacher character. He played him in the movies, and the author was like, "Yeah, this isn't working."
Guy's supposed to be 6 foot
6'8"
10 or something. Quick timeout. We'll get to this Vols on the freaks list when we continue. 865-966-3435. We got What You Talk About coming up here in about 40 minutes. Stay tuned for your cue to call. Another spot in What You Talk About Champions League up for grabs this afternoon. 966-3435, your phone number if you want to get on. Final segment of hour number 2 coming up here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Matlock Tire, East Tennessee's #1 tire service and auto repair shop since 1953. Matlock means auto service you can trust. At Matlock, they don't just do tires, they also do oil changes, brake repair, wheel alignments, and more. Visit one of their 5 locations in Farragut, Maryville, Lenore City, Athens, and Hardin Valley. You can schedule your service online today at MatlockTireService.com. Modern convenience, hometown service, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for. including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprise
night at the Cove, third annual Fan Run Night with Smokies Baseball. We will be at Covenant Health Park broadcasting live that afternoon. We invite you to come by and see us. We'll have a couple of tickets to give away to that. If you've already picked up Smokies tickets from us this year and you haven't used them, this is the perfect opportunity. We want to have a good showing out there. So come out, join us, use those free tickets, bring your wives, bring your kids, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, and hang out with us. We have a dog, perhaps a brat. Bob's a big brat guy.
Absolutely.
You'll put down a brat Thursday.
Love a brat. Love a sausage.
Big sausage guy.
Maybe a cold beverage.
Absolutely.
I'm a big sausage guy. Great.
We'll have some ice cream, some burgers, some pork sandwiches. We'll say popcorn. You got to have some popcorn, maybe some Cracker Jacks.
I love sausage.
You can have sausage.
I love sausage.
We'll be there broadcasting live.
I love sausage.
And then it'll be Fan Run Night at the ballpark on Thursday. Hope to see you out there. You guys see that movie, The Fighter, with Christian Bale and Wahlberg?
I did not.
Really good.
Yeah, I want to say I did.
Really good. Because it's based on Irish Mickey Ward, the true story.
Mm-hmm.
And his brother was like a crackhead. But they said like Christian Bale plays the brother.
Yeah, he was eating like an apple and 1 can of tuna fish a day. He was real.
You're talking. Well, you're talking about that movie, The Machinist, that Bale was in, where he was unhealthily skinny, like he got skin and bones. But The Fighter is about Irish Mickey Ward, who's one of the great pound for pound boxers, brawlers, the early part of this century. And it's a really good movie. Boston movie.
Love that accent.
Good, like a Boston accent.
Yeah, in movies and stuff, like The Town.
I haven't
Good Will
seen
Hunting.
The Town. I got to watch that.
Go get your fada and your mudder. Come back down here. Get
How
in
do
the
you
car.
like them apples?
We'll go to the bar in the car.
He's a cop.
$1 Million Baby.
You're a cop. Never saw that.
Oh, that's a good one too. With Hilary Swank.
Did you ever see The Champ with John Voight? Yeah. Rick Schroeder's first movie?
No, but I was just looking at Sylvester Stallone's Wikipedia. Were you aware that Sylvester Stallone is currently a special ambassador to Hollywood, along with Mel Gibson and John Voight?
It's quite a trio.
Cool. What do you mean
he's a special ambassador to Hollywood, appointed by President Trump. He's preceded by nobody because this was a made-up position just for him, John Voight, and Mel Gibson.
What's he an ambassador to?
You go to Hollywood, you liaise. You liaise with Hollywood. You go there and you bring the president's message to Hollywood.
Had Mel Gibson kind of been blackballed?
No, he's back.
Blacklisted? He's not all the way back.
He's back. Well, he's never all the way back, but Hacksaw Ridge, did you see that? That's a good movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah. It's good. And I think isn't he doing a sequel to Passion of the Christ?
I think so. Hacksaw Ridge didn't have Mel Gibson in it, did it?
He directed Hacksaw Ridge. It's his movie.
The Clint Eastwood movie?
Pretty sure it's Mel Gibson.
Are you sure you aren't talking about We Were Soldiers?
No, you're doing
Hacksaw
the
Ridge
thing.
is the Andrew Garfield movie.
But it was directed by Mel Gibson.
I believe so. Let me double check.
I don't know. Bear's got me very unsure of myself now.
I'll find it.
865.
Yeah, it was directed by Mel Gibson.
What about Diggstown?
That was his comeback.
Yep.
After he was canceled, Hacksaw Ridge, that was his big comeback movie.
Talking about boxing movies. What about Diggstown? Did you ever see that?
Mm-mm. What's that about?
Bruce Dern and Lou Gossett, and it was about a bunch of con men. It was kind of a comedy. It was pretty funny.
You ever see Cinderella Man?
Yes, I did.
You need to catch up on your boxing movies, Bear. I'm surprised. Like Cinderella Man, $1 Million Baby. These are classics. The Fighter. You would
I
love
was thinking
them.
of Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood.
Okay. Mel Gibson is making a 2-part movie series called The Resurrection of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And part 1 is scheduled to come out next year. He's directing and co-wrote it.
He did Passions of the Christ, right?
Yeah, with Jim.
Yes.
Caviezel.
Yeah.
He's a very mercurial guy. Obviously, he's got issues, but like a lot of extremely talented people. You see that movie Apocalypto?
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen it like 2 or 3 times.
That's
intense.
his movie.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
He did Apocalypto?
Very, very intense.
Yeah.
Like a movie. See, you've seen it twice. I saw it in the theater, and I was like, I can't watch it again. It's too intense, man. It's too much. Yeah. All right. So Bruce Feldman, the annual Freaks list, the most freaky athletes in college football each year. He publishes this. Arian Carter was number 12 last year. He's number 6 on here. I wouldn't expect him to be on the Freaks list, but here he is. Bruce Feldman says he improved his vert to 42.5 inches. It's almost as high as Bear can jump. Bench pressing up to 400 pounds.
Oh, good God.
Former high school 300-meter hurdle standout has also been clocked at 21.7 miles per hour in the GPS. That's up from 21.2 last year.
Yeah,
It's almost as fast as your mouth runs.
Whoa.
Wow.
Easy.
Sorry.
I think we're forgetting how much of a freak Arian Carter is because he played with turf toe in both feet last year. And the fact that he played with turf toe in 2 feet last year and was effective shows how much of a freak he really is.
But also that Mississippi State game.
Yeah.
Didn't he have like 17 tackles or something in that game?
Crazy.
And I think that was either before he had turf toe or he only had one.
I don't think he had one. You don't move like that when you're.
I mean, he played through it for a while.
He was playing through it, and then there's.
And then Mike Matthews is the other guy. He is number 25 on this list. Former 5-star recruit who enters his second season as a starter. He caught 53 passes for 813 yards and 4 touchdowns. The 6'1", 200-pounder has really benefited from the arrival of new strength coach Derek Owings, who came from national champion Indiana. Matthews has improved his top-end speed to 23 miles per hour, and his 1.43 second 10-yard split also stands out. Matthews also vertical jumped 38.5 inches. Is 23 miles per hour, is that fast?
Yes.
Yeah.
For a human being? Is that
Yes.
that pretty fast?
What they clock Joe Milton at? Remember the one long touchdown run he had early in his last
Like
season?
20, 21?
21, I think. 21 miles an hour. And he looked like he was not touchable.
Yeah.
I mean, he was flying.
Oh,
I mean, we've had some guys over the years that probably ran in that range. Willie Galt, Anthony.
You think Matthews is as fast as Galt?
No, I don't think he's got world-class speed like
So
that.
So Galt was probably
Galt's
24 miles an hour?
I don't know. I think Grady was probably faster.
I feel like they should measure that. Like they give you the time, like the 100-meter dash time,
Right.
or your 40 time is like what we generally use to measure speed. I think the miles per hour is actually
You like the
more,
miles per
I
hour?
like that. Yeah.
Do you see who's number 9 on this list?
No.
Emmanuel Okoye. Remember him?
What?
Yeah.
Where's he now?
Cal.
Really?
I mean, you could figure out, like, if you're running a 4.340, you think that they would be able to figure out how fast
Okoye
would
was
equate to.
he was I'm surprised it didn't work out, because remember he came here from that NFL Europe
Right.
thing, and I think he was tight end.
Yes, he was.
For the first year, and then they moved him to defensive end, and he was buried. Ironically, if he'd stuck around, he probably would play this year for us.
That's true.
Is he playing defensive end for Cal?
Yes.
Oh, well. Stay with us. Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Join us for the 3rd annual Fan Run Night at the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th at Covenant Health Park. Come hang out with the Fan Run crew and arrive early to pick up some swag as we watch the Smokies take on the Rocket City Trash Pandas on a Thirsty Thursday, featuring half-price draft beers all night long. It's the 3rd annual Fan Run Night with the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th. Listen to Fan Run Radio for details on how to score free tickets.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Tuesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Thanks for tuning into The Drive. My name's Russell Smith. We've got Walker Smith, no relation, with your Top 5 at 5. What you talk about coming up here in just a few minutes. First, it's Walker with the news. Walkman, what you got?
Thanks, Russ. At number 1, sophomore corner Ty Redmond returned to practice today after missing the first week of camp with an illness. In the section available to the media, Redmond was in attendance but limited in what he was doing. Meanwhile, starting tight end Ethan Davis remains held out of practice with an injury as a precaution.
The old injury precaution. He's okay. If we had to play a game, he'd probably tough it out. But since it's just talking about practice, he's not going to be out there.
It's early. Hopefully he gets back by the first scrimmage or is at least doing some stuff.
All right, here's the hot question for you.
Oh, boy.
Who's more important to Tennessee's success this season, Ty Redmond or Ethan Davis?
Ty Redmond.
Ty Redmond. I mean,
it's a silly question.
We have Brame to back up. We have other weapons on offense. We have a really good offensive line already that helps with blocking. We don't have another shutdown corner like Ty Redmond is supposed to be in a defense that's trying to be better.
I would agree.
Ethan Davis was my bold pick a couple weeks ago.
Did your pick to click?
I don't know if we did that. Remember, Bear wasn't here.
Yeah, we haven't done picks to click
My bold
yet.
pick was he was going to lead the SEC in tight end touchdown receptions.
Oh, yeah, we did like bold predictions.
Is it Brame?
No, Davis.
Sorry.
That might be in jeopardy. I don't know.
We'll see.
It's early.
At number 2, On3 released its top 25 ahead of the new college football season. The Vols come in at number 20 in their rankings behind SMU and Penn State. The top teams are Ohio State, Oregon, and Texas in that order.
Yeah, I saw some people freaking out online over this. You know, I don't care. It's, first of all, it's On3. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not part of any sort of formula that it's not the AP poll or the coaches poll or even the Sagarin index or anything like that. So it doesn't matter. And, you know, second of all, it's a preseason poll. You'll have your chance to do your talking on the field. We win our first 3 games. We're 3-0 headed into the game against Texas. We'll be in the top 15, borderline top 10. And guess what? You win that game, you will be in the top 10. So we control our own destiny. It doesn't bother me that the folks at On3 don't respect us enough, if that's how you feel.
Yeah, I don't respect them.
Well, take
harsh,
a step
but
further.
okay.
I'll let Chris know how you feel.
Yeah, well, let's let Chris know.
He's not included in that.
Yeah,
he literally is.
He is.
I mean, sometimes you got to talk truth to your friends. Chris, what are you thinking?
He picked his top 5, by the way.
Yeah.
He had Texas 1, Georgia 2.
Wow, he's drinking the Texas Kool-Aid, huh?
Freaking the SEC Kool-Aid.
Looking at it through burnt
Texas has
orange
the best-
flavored glasses.
They've got the best roster in the country this year. On paper.
We'll see.
That.
At number 3, the Netflix docuseries SEC Football Any Given Saturday is not returning for a second season this year, according to Front Office Sports. That doesn't mean the show is done for good, however, as SEC spokesperson told Front Office Sports about the conference's future with Netflix. Our plan was to do one season and then reassess, the SEC spokesperson said. We have discussed the possibility of a second season as well as whether there may be other opportunities or approaches worth exploring.
That's kind of vague.
Basically saying he's looking at something else to do with Netflix.
I liked that series. Fine. Not all the schools did it, did they?
No. A lot of the bit heavy hitters didn't do it.
Yeah. But it's like all things, man. We're joking around about Shump not being able to go to the scrimmage and everything. I used to go to scrimmages in the Fulmer era all the time. They were all open, and just about anybody could get in. I mean, they were very lax with the security. And guess what? It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
NFL is super open. So, like, you knew that, the NFL teams don't like doing hard knocks either. So, and we talk a lot about how that series has become watered down over the years as they've kind of tightened up the amount of access that they give HBO. So you always knew that Netflix wasn't going to be that good because the SEC coaches just weren't going to stand for it. But it was still pretty good. I just, more access, the better. Like you're trying to sell your product.
Kiss of death for Brian Kelly, though. He did the Netflix deal.
Yeah. Wasn't he on there talking to his agent?
Yeah.
So he was talking to his agent a lot last year, as it turned out.
There's a lot of him and a lot of Shane Beamer, as I recall.
Did you see the footage of Ogeron back at LSU practice yesterday?
I love it. Yes. He belongs on a football field.
I remember going to one of Kiffin's practices here in 2009 and like parking near the arena and walking across whatever that Fort Loudon Boulevard and coming up like still a block away from the practice field. And you could hear Ogeron screaming at the top of his lungs, cursing. Like a block. He's not on a microphone. It's just him yelling. You could hear it a block away. Like I scream I raised my voice for a couple of minutes and like I'm hoarse for the rest of the show.
Right.
That dude is just constantly yelling.
But you can never tell. I mean, his voice is just like perpetually
one of a kind,
scratchy, and
what those vocal cords look like.
Ugh.
That's the booze Red Bull.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Easy.
At number 4, we got a full slate of MLB games tonight. The best includes the Pirates playing the Marlins, the Cubs playing the Nationals, the Yankees taking on the Mariners, the Braves have another game against the Mets, and the Brewers continue its series against the Padres.
Did I see where our boy Seth Halverson has been called up to your Dodgers?
Yep.
I did not see that.
I guess he was part of a trade they had with the Rockies.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot harder to make the Dodgers than it is to make the Rockies, I would imagine. But he's done it. Man, that guy threw hard.
Yeah, he did.
When did he pitch for us?
20. Was he on the championship team or 23?
He was on 23. I don't know. It all runs together. I mean, we had so many great ones.
Let's see. He played for the Volunteers in 2023. He was 3-3, 2 saves, 3.81 ERA, 52 strikeouts in 52 innings. Yeah, I mean, baseball is one of those weird sports because Vitello and anybody around that program would tell you he's a big leaguer. And he was a good pitcher for it. He was hardly dominant, I would say. He was a good pitcher, but he had the stuff. Like he's big and he throws hard. And once he adds a couple of things, gets refined at the professional level, he's going to be in the big leagues. And here he is.
Yep.
Staying with baseball real quick, Bear. Can't beat them, join them. The Yankees have received a massive capital infusion of $2.6 billion.
Nice.
What?
Via a deal with an arm of Apollo Global Management. That's private equity.
Bring me Ellie De La Cruz.
The Yankees just
bring me Paul Skeens.
Yankees just sell to private equity?
Sold a piece. I mean,
what?
Yeah, it's PE. There's no doubt.
They sold a piece.
I mean,
that's
the
crazy.
The Yankees in selling their soul. That doesn't sound like the franchise I know.
No. What do you think that franchise is worth if it ever hit the open market?
Oh, man. 10 figures.
$10 billion.
I was going to say, I would
At
say
least.
like 9-10 billion.
Around there. Yeah.
All right. One more, Walker. Hit
Yes,
me.
sir. This one, Joshy Boy actually put this one on my desk earlier today.
Great.
At number 5, an Arkansas high school football player practiced for an hour with a venomous snake wriggling around in his helmet until his coaches discovered the serpent. The venomous,
How did they discover it?
The venomous snake had apparently found its way underneath the helmet's padding, staying hidden from view until the student began noticing the strange feeling in the headpiece during practice. The school staff was able to secure the helmet inside a tote bag before animal services arrived to take the animal into custody.
That's absolute nightmare fuel right there for
Us. No bueno.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
God.
I was going to send you one. I forgot to. There was some guys just driving down the road. He's got a dash cam, and all of a sudden a snake just comes out from underneath the hood. And
No, thank you. Yeah,
it's
don't.
not as bad as your helmet.
Don't send that
Venomous
to me.
snake in the football helmet. I think
It
it
was
was a copperhead.
It was like a baby, was what they said.
Yeah.
Well, that can kill you.
Yeah, enough to get bit on the head too.
You're done.
It's got to be not good. I'm not a doctor like Bear, but I would imagine if you have to get bit by the baby copperhead, as far away from the head as possible. I'm thinking like you're in your foot. Granted,
I've always heard
there's
if
no
you're
good
out
place to
and,
get
and
hit.
you smell cucumbers, and you don't. That's a good sign that you're around them.
Why is
Cucumbers?
Supposedly smell like cucumbers. That's what I've always
Snakes.
heard. Copperheads.
Thank you, Walker. That is the top 5 at 5. Reminds me of a good joke I heard once. Let's see if I can clean this up for radio.
Let's keep it between the lines over
So
there.
these two guys are out camping in the desert. And, you're camping in the desert. You do your business. You're out in the woods or whatever. And this guy's squatting down doing his business. And all of a sudden, he gets bit.
Not good.
It's bit right on the tip of his manhood.
Oh.
Poisonous snake.
That's bad.
So he's going into shock. And he's like, man, you got to run back to town and get me a doctor.
Oh, no.
Buddy goes back to town, finds the nearest doctor. He's got 3 women in delivery, 3 pregnant women having their babies. He says, listen, I can't help you, but I can tell you what to do. You save your friend's life.
Oh, God.
What you have to do is make 2 incisions right around the puncture marks and suck out the poison.
It's not true.
So the guy goes back to his buddy. He's lying there all convulsing, going into shock in the desert. And he says to his friend, hey, we got bad news. Doc says you're going to die.
Wow.
Portions of our program brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. They're cleaning teeth late tonight. They do it till 7 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday out at Knoxville Smiles. If it's been a minute since you've been to the dentist, these are the folks to call. 865-539-1776. Schedule your appointment. Tell them Fan Run sent you. Don't tell them about that off-color joke I just told. They're a professional radio group, by the way. No. KnoxvilleSmiles.com.
Pros.
Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Pros.
Yeah, Greg Maddox's brother got fired today by the Los Angeles Angels.
Yeah, they're trying to find some way to be good. They will keep firing people, and it still doesn't work.
And they've got a decent payroll, right? I mean, they're paying Trout. They just have bad management, I guess.
They're just like the worst run organization in baseball.
It's tough.
I mean, they spend a bunch of money on Trout. I don't know who else they spend money on. There's not
No
a whole lot of talent there.
They spend money
They had
on
Pujols,
one of the worst contracts ever. Anthony Rendon, probably the worst contract ever signed. They just refuse to,
I mean, they're
actually
paying
do
Ohtani.
well. They let him go free agency. They signed
I don't
him.
know if they
from
let him
Japan.
go so much as like the Dodgers just can't compete with that.
They were never going to
Took what they want.
Angels were never going to re-sign Shohei. That was never going to happen.
Let's get a call from Bud in Savannah. Good afternoon, Bud.
Oh, boy.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
What's going on?
On another day On another day, I'll tell you about Orgeron and Kevin Steele at the Walk-On Bar in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's a different story. But first, I want to tell you about I am tickled today. I got a call from Brad Willis of the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame, and 3 of my nominees this year are still in the running, and they all done been in long ago is Oscar Robertson, Paul Hogue, and Albert Ellison. It's hard to believe we got a Hall of Fame at Oscar Robertson if he's not in. Because he's in the top 5 basketball players everywhere you go, but we keep getting excuses why he ain't voted in Tennessee's.
Yeah.
And,
now, he was born here and then moved at a young age, right?
He was born in Charlotte, Tennessee, in Dixon County, outside of Nashville, and he had no choice if he wanted to play basketball because in the 1950s, blacks were not allowed to play high school basketball in the state of Tennessee and around Nashville, Dixon County. Paul Hogue was available. He went to Knoxville High, and they allowed him to play over there, so he got to play. Paul Hogue is almost, if he hadn't got hurt, he's almost got as good a legacy as Oscar Robertson because Paul, he ended up playing for Cincinnati too, and he'll be the only man in the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame to play on 2 national championships. And he was the player of the year in 1962. He tore his knees up. He was the 2nd person drafted in 1962 and thought he was going to have outstanding career. He tore his knees up in his 2nd year, and then that doomed him there because they didn't have the medical stuff to do now.
All right,
Coach Albert Ellison didn't lose a game while he's in high school as a player, and also played for Western Kentucky in 2 Final Fours.
Albert Ellison?
Albert Ellison. He played on the Western. He played against them in the Final Fours in 60, 61. He went to Linden High School. Mike Rhodes and all them, they know him well. They played for Vanderbilt. He didn't lose and they was a single A school of 120 people, and it didn't have a 1 classification in Tennessee then, and they played White Station and people like that for the championship, which had 3,000 people in the school. Well, he didn't have probably 500 in the town in Linden. There ain't hardly anybody lives there, but he played at Western Kentucky, and he's in the Kentucky Hall of Fame, the Tennessee High School Hall of Fame. And I am pushing hard to get him in the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame. All 3 of these men are very, very deserving.
All right.
But politics plays a big part in stuff because it took me 5 years to get Steve Spurrier and Steve Sloan in. Steve Spurrier's the only man ever born in Tennessee to win the Heisman Trophy, and Steve Sloan took Vanderbilt to bowl games when that was non-existent. And he had 20, him and Steve Sloan and Steve Spurrier both had 20 letters in high school sports. If they never played or coached it down, that should be enough to get them in. And then the Heisman Trophy. I appreciate you letting me get the voice out because I want the people to know about these people that are very, very deserving.
I love it. Thanks, Bud. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the phone call. I hope I hope all your guys get in the Tennessee Hall of Fame. Let's get a call from Bobby next. Good afternoon, Bobby. You're on the Drive, Fan Run Radio.
Hey, Russell. Hey, Drive. How's everybody doing?
Doing well. Thank you.
Hey, Bear, I got a question for you.
Shoot.
Can you hear that?
What's that?
Can you hear the sound of the pre-private equity Yankees taking 2 or 3 from the Braves this weekend?
It was nice, wasn't it? Old crybaby Russ is claiming we cheated.
What?
We aren't listening to this. You lost.
Somebody talking?
Whoa. I mean, if we're talking about this, what do you think you're doing?
Walker, can you turn Bear's mic up? I can't.
I'll tell you what, I'll
can't
turn
hear
up.
anything.
Bear, I can hear you loud and clear.
Well, I'm glad that you guys finally found some pocket change, Bobby. I mean, it was sad watching your team struggle all these years, just trying to get by on table scraps. I mean, it's good that you guys finally found somebody to invest some money into your shoddy operation.
I think it's a great thing. Probably not a great thing for sports, but great thing for the Yankees at least.
I mean, it can't be.
Oh yeah, when you guys are
than
opening
Bob
up your
and his-
season in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, here in a couple of years, that'll be great for the growth of the game.
creative accounting they do out there on the West Coast.
Yeah, it's a bunch of smart guys and
Trying
gals.
to keep up with the Dodgers.
Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate the phone call. All right, we need 2 players for What You Talking About right now. 865-966-3435 is your phone number. Give us a ring. We're looking for 2 mighty minds to go at it, mano a mano, or woman a mano. 865-966-3435. Your number. Will play the game when we continue next year on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
Hey, Vol Nation, football season is almost here, and we're looking for sponsors to join the Fan Run family this fall. If you or someone you know owns or operates a business, we'd love to talk to you about advertising on The Drive, Voluntary Reaction, The Basilio Show, Talk Sports, and other award-winning Fan Run programming. Just shoot me an email to russell@fanrunsportsgroup.com. That's RUSSELL@fanrunsportsgroup.com.
Golf Envy Farragut is the premier indoor golf experience you've been looking for. And right now they are offering a limited number of founding memberships. Golfers can reserve their spot for just $150 before their September grand opening. Founding members receive 90 days of unlimited guest passes as well as an exclusive risk-free first month. That's right. Try out Golf Envy with no obligation. Give it 30 days, and if it's not the right fit for what you're looking for, your first month's dues will be refunded. Members will get access to their Golf Zone 2 Vision NX simulator technology, the most realistic simulator on the market, where they can play more than 300 courses and compete in leagues and tournaments with players all across the country. Golf, rain or shine, 24/7, 365. To learn more and become a founding member, visit their website at farragut.golfenvy.com/presale.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies.
Remember if it made champions round or not.
I don't remember either. All right, it is The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. We do this every August before football season. It is East Tennessee's most exciting and popular radio game show. We call it What You Talking About?
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game. What you talking about? 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 What you talking about?
So I was over at the Crafty Bastard Brewery over here off Pellissippi, Kingston Pike.
Mhm.
My guy Cliff works there. Cliff was one of the contestants in the first ever What You Talk About championship with you. And like I'd forgotten what all happened there. And he was like regaling me with the story. Pretty good stuff. He did say that you won, but he said that there was a controversy revolving around a clue about Ben Roethlisberger, that the guy who got screwed didn't bring it up until a year later, in year 2 of What You Talk About.
Yeah.
And at that point, I guess we knew that you were, well, you. And so we went ahead and played along, used it to mess with you.
Yeah. I'm sure
Got
you did.
so mad. Still get so mad when
You
we bring
besmirch my good name.
when we bring up that there's an asterisk next to your What You Talk About inaugural championship.
There should be an
You get
asterisk
so
next
mad.
to the follow-up year when you got me back because you had one of your lackey sandbag me and knock me out of the competition on purpose, I might add.
I have no idea what you're talking about,
Had
but
a
anyway.
fever and pink eye, Bob, while trying to compete that year.
What is he? All right. Let's get our first contestant in. This is Tim. Good afternoon, Tim. How are you, sir?
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks for calling in. Are you familiar with the rules of our game?
Yes, I played last year.
Excellent. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Here we go. This is the ship that sunk the DiCaprio movie.
Titanic.
Yes, this is where the UCLA Bruins play, the granddaddy of them all.
Rose Bowl.
Yes,
Rose Bowl.
this is a Cajun food, like soup with roux and
Boudin. Gumbo.
yes.
Gumbo.
This is a movie star of Big and Forrest Gump.
Tom Hanks.
Yes, this is Venus's sister.
Serena.
Need the whole name.
Williams.
This is the city where the Broncos and the Nuggets play.
Denver.
This is the head coach at North Carolina. Used to be at the Patriots.
Bill Belichick.
Yes, this is the series that Dale Earnhardt raced in.
NASCAR.
Yes,
Daytona
this
500.
is the city where the Bullets and the Redskins play.
Washington.
Yes, this is Ringo and George band. John Paul George. Ringo.
Beatles.
Yes, this is Bears baseball team. Aaron Judge.
Repeat.
This is
New York,
Aaron.
New York Yankees.
Yes.
He got it.
I think you got
I think you got it.
I think if you go back and
tell me, you got to refresh my memory on what the rule is.
You have to have completed the answer before the buzzer starts.
Oh no, he didn't.
So starts or finishes?
Yeah, he got a 10.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I got
when
10.
When the buzzer starts, it's over.
Yeah, he got a 10.
All right, Tim. 10 for Tim. We struggled with Serena Williams. We struggled with the Beatles.
I could sense some anxiety.
Yeah. I struggled with Washington naming two defunct franchises.
Russ, are you okay over there? You were kind of struggling through
It's
a couple
hard.
of the clues.
It's hard.
I understand.
You want to try it?
I'm just asking, are we feeling good today? It felt a little slower than normal.
Walker,
I'm just asking the
if
question.
I need
I'm checking
just sit there and count the number he gets right, please. Just sit there and do your job. I'm doing my job. You do your job, okay?
I'm just
I'll
making
worry
sure-
about me.
I'm making sure we're all
I'll
good.
worry about me.
Just making sure we're all good.
Stop talking.
Struck a nerve, you guys.
We bring A to Z in here next.
It's really sensitive, Bob.
A to Z, are you there?
Hey, I'm here, guys. I'm here.
All right, man. You need 10 to tie Tim. 11 will best him and put you into Champions League. How you feeling?
All right, I'm good. Let's do it. I've been there before.
All right. Well, we'll see if you can make it back. Here we go. This is the head ball coach from Florida and South Carolina.
Steve Spurrier.
Yes, this is a children's book series with Hermione and Voldemort.
Lord of the Rings.
No.
Harry Potter.
Yes. This is the Showtime Lakers point guard.
Magic Johnson.
Yes, this is the bottle that Tennessee fans threw at Lane Kiffin.
Mustard.
Yes, this is San Francisco's football team.
French's.
San Francisco's
49ers.
Yes, this is where the Cavs and the Guardians play.
Cleveland.
Yes,
Ohio.
This is a quarterback, the last quarterback to win a Super Bowl with the Steelers.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes, this is a Keanu Reeves character, shoots guns.
Neo.
Very violent. 4 movies. His dog died.
Neo. Speed.
No, his dog died.
Oh.
Gangster.
Oh, John Wick.
Yes.
John Wick.
This is you attach it to the side of your house and spray water out of.
Garden hose.
Yes, this is the GOAT for the 76ers to get LeBron James. Didn't have time. What do we have?
9.
Oh!
A to Z.
Oh,
brutal.
I thought we had a tie.
Oh, you were close.
He gave the right answer once.
What did we get hung up on? Well, yeah, with Mustard.
John Wick.
And John Wick. Brutal.
Should have said he killed a man with a pencil. A pencil.
See, I haven't seen all those movies. I've only seen the first one.
Oh, you got to watch the rest.
That's the line in the first one.
They killed his dog, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like
his dead wife left him.
Like I did. Was that good enough, Walker? I feel like I did well there.
You did great.
Hey, I think let's
sorry A to Z.
Let's clarify this for once and for all, because there's a lot of people weighing in on the live chat.
As they always do.
Nick Walsh saying it's always been get it in before the buzzer finishes, not start. So Tim got 11. Doesn't matter. Tim won either way. Then
that's what I thought.
But then Robert Jordan says rule has always been answer in before the buzzer finishes.
The problem is it goes and then it.
I thought finishes.
One year we've had a couple of like controversies.
I've got all the.
But there was one that we slowed down.
Yeah.
Maybe it was you have to complete the. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No.
Do y'all want to do that? Like you got to complete the answer before the buzzer finishes.
I've always thought it's been finishes. That's what I thought it's been the whole time.
All right, we can do that.
All right, yeah. That's kind of what I've always.
I just thought it was like basketball. You got to get the shot off before the buzzer sounds, but it can be in the air while the buzzer is sounding. You know, you snap the ball before the clock expires, and then you can run the play. Whatever. We'll go to the Council of Elders. Bring me Tim, today's victor. Good afternoon, Tim. Congratulations. You're in Champions League.
Tim hung up. Tim, you need to call back.
Tim, better be honest. Did you hang up on Tim?
No, I did not.
Why would he have hung up? Tim, give us a call back. Congratulations. You have made it into Champions League by the skin of your teeth. We've had some really close competitions the past couple of games.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he went to a bad sell, but he dropped. So, Tim, let's see if this is him.
All right, Tim, give us a call back. 865-966-3435, your number to get on board. It was wild that Roethlisberger came up after we had just gotten finished talking about him.
Yeah.
And Bears thing.
You want Tim?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Tim, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Well done, sir.
I'm here. Oh, thank you.
Are you back?
Well done by you.
Yeah, despite what Walker was saying, I feel like I accounted for myself pretty well.
When you said, I thought you said Rico, not Ringo. I heard Rico. I'm like, trying to think of some Latina band.
I should have done the accent.
Oh,
John and
John.
George.
It's always John Paul. John always starts with John.
Yeah. For some reason, Ringo popped up in my head. I saw the Beatles. Ringo.
Yeah, that caught me off. Or maybe his all-star band or something.
Yeah. What was that song? It Don't Come Easy. That was a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Got to pay your dues if you want to sing the blues. All right, Tim.
You ought to hear the Smithereens cover of that one is even better.
Really? Okay.
But anyway.
I'll look that up.
All right, hold right there.
Yeah, don't hang up. We got to get your phone number. Tim, all excited to make Champions League. As well he should be. Be the highlight of his year. Exactly. Stay with us. The drive continues. The shocking conclusion coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435 is your number if you want to get on. 966-3435. Coming up, we'll recap today's hot topics. For those of you just joining us, a lot of Tennessee football talk coming off the practice field today. Of course, we're just a couple of days away from the first big scrimmage of the preseason. George and Faison continuing their duel for the starting quarterback job. We'll talk about it when we continue next. It's Fan Run Radio. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive. Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Matlock Tire, East Tennessee's #1 tire service and auto repair shop since 1953. Matlock means auto service you can trust. At Matlock, they don't just do tires, they also do oil changes, brake repair, wheel alignments, and more. Visit one of their 5 locations in Farragut, Maryville, Lenore City, Athens, and Hardin Valley. You can schedule your service online today at MatlockTireService.com. Modern convenience, hometown service, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
appreciate their support of all things Fan Run. Taking you up to the 6 p.m. hour and another stellar edition of Overtime headed your way next on many of these Fan Run affiliates. So we got 6. Nick, Jay, Jordan, Scott, Rando, and Tim have all made it to what you talk about, Champions League. We'll take 2 more automatic qualifiers, and then we'll take 2 alternates. And then we will begin the Great 8, and the countdown will start sometime next week. So stay tuned. If you haven't been able to get through and play, keep trying. You have 4 more opportunities. And if you've lost and you want to get in, I don't know what to tell you, man. You're gonna have to study it. My guy Braden LaFollette is
Why you go after him?
He hasn't tried to call back because he was the worst one to do it this year. I mean, it just
what was the score?
5.
Wow.
It was rough. It is what it is, man. There's no sugarcoating it. But there have been a couple like A to Z. I think that guy could make it. I think if he leans into it a little bit more, he could make it. I don't know that there is a favorite this year. In years past, there's always been 1 or 2 that I'm like, okay, those are guys going to be hard to beat, and it usually comes down to them. I don't know this year, man. I think we've got a bunch of above average folks in Champions League. I don't know that we have any Death Stars.
Nick feels like it.
No. I mean, none of the heavyweights have shown up yet.
Nick's the reigning champion.
Nick is the reigning champion. He's not.
None of the major heavyweights from years past have shown up.
Like who?
Oh, William
the Conqueror is retired.
Retired.
Maybe you weren't here, buddy. You don't know. But I mean, go ahead.
The look on Walker's face.
I mean, if you don't care, just keep talking.
It's like the old head. He's like Bear's like the old guys, the old barbers in Coming to America talking about Joe Louis. A lot of boxing references on the show this afternoon. I love it. Let's get Joshy Boy in here next. Joshy Boy, go ahead.
What's up, guys? How are you doing today?
Doing well, man. What's going on in your world?
Good. Nothing much, just hanging out. I'm glancing at Phil Steele at our schedule right now, and I'm looking at the roster, so I want y'all to answer this for me. Defensive-wise, where linebacker, defensive line, cornerbacks, where do you think the weakest position is you see this season from the Vols on defense?
Good question. Probably that rush end spot that Chaz Coleman vacated. You almost that's kind of like a hybrid between defensive line and linebacker. It's kind of like its own position.
Yep.
I mean, that's my main questions defensively, and it's hard to know which one is the greater question, but it's either A, how quickly do we adapt to Jim Knowles' system? How quickly do they learn it? And then B, can we get pressure on the quarterback on obvious passing situations? I think those are the 2 questions. They're not unanswerable. The guy from Tulane, Jordan Norman, could be a force. Or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be a force, Joshy Boy, but he should be able to get some pressure. He's experienced. He should be able to play for us a little bit. And then some young guy's going to have to step up. We were talking about Bruce Feldman. Yeah, we were talking about Bruce Feldman's freak list. Yeah. One of the names on there was Emmanuel Okoye. If he had stuck around, he would be he might be our starting rush end this year. But we just didn't know. And so you lose Josh Josephs. Jordan Ross transfers. Caleb Herring transfers.
Yep.
And we thought we had it covered with Chaz Coleman. Well, we didn't have it covered. That blew up in our face. So we're a little bit short on guys that can get after the passer. But that's why they pay Jim Knowles the big bucks. Hopefully he can figure out a workaround.
Now I'm going to go on the other side of the ball on offense. I'm going to say the weak spot on offense is going to be quarterback. And I'm not going to say it's going to be a weak spot, but I'm only saying that is most likely one of our starters is going to be a freshman.
Sure.
Yeah.
I it's obvious.
And they could be really pretty good this season. We just don't know.
Well, if you're looking for a glass half full, ray of sunshine approach, if you're ever going to have a year where you have to be starting a young and experienced quarterback, this is probably a pretty good one, right? You've got a pretty stacked and deep offensive line. You've got a solid returning running back, pretty loaded at wide receiver. Yeah, pretty loaded there, right? So,
what do you guys make of Knowles coming out in his interview a week or two ago saying he wouldn't be surprised if this year we had a pretty elite defense?
I didn't see that.
Did you see that, Bob?
I do recall seeing it. I don't know. I mean, I think I don't know. Maybe he has heard some of the chatter of, the assimilation process historically takes a while with his defensive system, because everybody's saying that hasn't felt like it's been quite the case. We'll find out on the field soon enough, but maybe he's just trying to, kind of squash some of that.
And one last thing, I'm looking at the schedule, and if we somehow pull an upset at home against Texas, take care of our business against Auburn next game, we could be 6-0 heading into the Alabama game, which is very likely if it happens.
Sure.
And if that happens, you very well could be looking at 10-2 going into the playoffs, maybe.
Why not?
Have a good day.
Thank you, Joshy boy. If that happens, I'm going to have a good year.
Like the spirit.
We're in the talk ourselves into it portion of preseason practice.
Yeah. And number 88 on that freaks list, another blast from the past, Cam Selden.
Wow, he's still around?
He was my pick to click one year.
Wide receiver at South Florida, so he's playing wide out now.
He was just a tweener, man.
Yeah.
6'3", 240.
Is he good for them?
He was at Virginia Tech last year.
And now he's at Virginia?
No, South Florida.
Oh.
The Bull. Or they're the Rattlers?
They're the Bull. Rattlers is Florida A&M.
So there were some other Tennessee guys on there too.
Well, I thought I'd remember seeing Peyton Lewis on there, but I'm not seeing him.
He could move. He's at Virginia.
He's at Virginia, yes.
He was fast, just kind of buried on the depth chart. I mean, even if he had stuck around,
he'd be Sean's back.
Look at this picture of John.
He'd have carries this year.
That's John Mateer.
Oh, yeah. Mateer's ripped.
Yes, he is. Jesus.
You like him?
I actually like him. I think he's like he's born leader, all that stuff. He cost himself. I mean, he played a little recklessly last year.
Yeah. But they kind of needed that because I don't think they were that good.
Yeah.
But they needed quarterback play to put them over the top, and he provided it.
I just remember seeing one of his first post-game interviews last season. I was like, oh, man, they're going to be in good shape. This guy's like mature.
He's got moxie.
Yeah. Then he got hurt.
Speaking of moxie, defending champion Nick is in the chat. He's playing mind games. He's saying that, quote, I retired William last year. A little respect, please.
Oh, he retired William.
He's kind of dancing on the Conqueror's grave.
I do remember this.
I want
they
the Conqueror
went
coming back. He'd unretire.
You think he would do that?
William?
I don't think he would. I mean, I trust him as a man of his word. He was emphatic.
Yeah. Why? What was the rationale besides that?
He just wanted to go out.
He said if he didn't win, he was going out on his shield. Like he said it beforehand.
Yeah, he kept his word. I don't know. I wouldn't put up with any talk like that. If I were William.
Yeah. Got to vote for The Great White Hype from Jason Scheck as a boxing movie. I remember, was that Damon Wayans and
I never
who was The Great White Hype? I I just remember that movie was awful. Sorry, Jason. That movie was terrible. Absolutely awful. Who we got up next? Walkman.
But it's speed round time. We got Roberto and then Jamie.
Roberto, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio.
Good afternoon, guys. I'll bow out of the way real quick so you can get Jamie in here. But yeah, those pictures of the offensive lineman today, man, that had me feeling some kind of way, like the old TVA. Y'all remember the TVA from the 80s and 90s? Bob, you probably wouldn't. No. Walker, I guarantee you wouldn't.
No clue.
They're men of a certain age.
We got some biggins.
Man, that had me kind of fired up. Yeah, had me kind of fired up. Can we just go smash people in the mouth? Like, just run for like 5,000 yards this year? How fun would that be, guys? Who cares about a damn quarterback when you can run for 5,000 yards? Can we just do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should be much more balanced this year than we were a year ago.
We were definitely out of sync last year. Yeah, and the year before, honestly, we were pretty balanced. I think the year we made the playoff run, we were very balanced offensively with average quarterback play. Maybe can we be intellectually honest and say Nico was below average quarterback play? I hear all these people kick around he was an average quarterback here. I don't think he was very good. Was he?
I think average would be fair. I mean, that's not what we wanted or expected, though. We expected better than that, but I don't think he was bad. I just think he was not as good as we were anticipating.
Was he 10th or 12th in the conference in efficiency, though? I could be rectally derived, Russ.
Who's that, Nico?
I felt like he was really bad. Yeah, he was really bad, in my opinion.
I think he was bad. I mean, if you think he was really bad, like we're probably going to have to temper our expectations this year.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be kind of the same thing. I think we were just holding his hand a lot that year and playing to our strengths, which was controlling the ball at the run game and playing defense. We didn't ask much of him.
Using his legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. That's fair.
I mean, remember, like the game against Ohio State, that was really all we had.
Yeah.
Was Nico running it and
he broke 2 helmets.
Getting his helmet cracked.
Yeah.
Anything else, Roberto?
You know. Yeah, not for nothing, but Russ, again, men of a certain age. Did you see where Erica Oleniak is starting in OnlyFans? I only imagine that you did.
I did not see that, but as Derek Dooley said, I'll have to go look at the film.
See ya.
Thank you, Roberto. Let's get Jamie in here next. Jamie, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
So, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that Nico averaged 200 yards passing against conference teams. Y'all want to call that average? Knock yourselves out.
Well, I mean, yeah, I remember the conversation. Like, he never had a 300-yard game or, whatever it was. But again, Jamie, I don't remember a ton of games where I'm like, oh, man, Nico is missing throws. I remember that with Joe Milton. But yeah, I seem to remember like just having a very conservative, by Josh Heupel's standards, offensive approach.
I remember him having the same issue that Milton did as far as the deep throw.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter how open you were, you weren't getting it.
Well, it's he made a few of them, but this offense, when that deep ball's hitting, and this thing Hooker had and Joey had, where they could complete those deep passes, man. And that just changes everything. The offense is so much more fun to watch when that's a threat.
Isn't it? Well, guys, I know we're at the top. I want to hit you. You know how I am, Russ. I like to have a little fun with you. So here we go. I thought nicknames didn't count. And Magic Johnson's first name is not Magic.
Oh, wow.
It's Irvin.
It's his name.
It's Irvin Magic.
It ain't his name.
It is his name. It's Magic Johnson. Nobody calls him Irvin Johnson.
That's
Mama did.
Hey, we either we have rules or we don't. And is it the New York Knicks or is it the New York Knickerbockers, if you will.
Stop. What are you doing?
Now we're
the Magic thing. I agree with you on the Knicks.
Oh, they're both absurd nitpicks,
aren't they? Though,
and you
what
know
else
it.
Would I be if I
You
was
know
absurd?
You know what you did.
Oh my goodness! All right, guys, that's all I had. Y'all hang in there.
Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate the phone call. Appreciate everybody who called in, listened, made it all possible this afternoon. Tomorrow, it'll be Fan Run Night at the Ballpark Eve. We'll be in here taking your phone calls, doing another What You Talking About. We'll not be able to play on Thursday because we'll be on location and there will be a slight delay and it would just be a disaster. So we'll skip Thursday on What You Talking About and we'll be back Friday. A couple more chances for you to win. And it's exciting, man. It's an exciting time of year.
I say we workshop a story time with Bud segment each week.
Yes. Just tell us about an old timer. I didn't even know those other two names he brought up. I'd never heard of those names.
No,